Welcome in, everybody, to another week of F Buddies with Mike and Andy. Mike Wendt and Andy Ferg. Of course, the F is for food. We are the food show you deserve. Thank you to our sponsors this week. Girolamo Group of Cross Country Mortgage.
Oh, Gary.
Ben Franklin Print Company out of Middleton. Twisted Fate Brewing in Danvers. Anthony's Roast Beef and Pizza in Tewksbury. The world-famous Cabaret Lounge, Route 1 South in Peabody. Jamie's Roast Beef in Peabody. Tostimo's Pizza Kitchen in Seabrook, New Hampshire. And CNS Pizza in Pepperell. Tostimo's CNS, thank you for sticking with us a second month. This is fantastic. I love re-ups.
Oh, the re-up city. Oh, my goodness. Johnny Moe. Billy G.
Our fucking boy.
Man,
you need to scooch. Yeah, you're off center.
Just
the other way.
Just don't call his friend a queer.
Keep going. A little more.
How far should I go?
There, right there. Perfect. Stay put. Move your microphone, not your body.
Look at me.
Look at you. And then you lean off camera. I can't deal with you.
Listen.
You're the worst. Stay right there. And he leans off camera. Oh, fantastic. We're just going to fucking do this.
I had a couple adult beverages this afternoon.
I had a Chardonnay or two. What of it?
One of our sponsors, of course, keeping.
I'm super jealous, by the way, of your afternoon.
Yeah,
mine was not as eventful as hanging with the lovely Dave.
Listen, I'm going to fix my headphones.
Sure. Oh, boy. Backwards Hat Andy is always a good time on the show.
What'd I do? Hold on. What happened?
I said backwards hat Andy is always a good time on the show.
it's a rough way to go.
Tell he didn't work today.
No. I mean, I went to work. I did some things, but I was done nice and I went to the doctor today.
Okay. Are we going to get to that later?
Are we?
Yeah,
okay. Let's get to it later.
You're new. You just got to slide a little bit more, please. Right there. Now pull your microphone over.
Hello.
There you go. Right there. Stay fucking put.
I don't like it over here. It stinks.
Well, then move your setup tomorrow.
I can do that. Ready?
Yeah. Move your setup to where you're comfortable. As long as you're in frame.
How's that?
You're not in frame. You didn't move shit. You moved yourself again. Move your camera to the other way. You're turning it even further off. The other way. Keep going. Well, there we go. There we go. Are you comfortable?
How's this? Now? I feel good about this right
Fantastic. You look great, sir.
Hot damn.
Hot start to the show.
Holy fucking shit. Why am I this drunk on a Monday?
Oh, fantastic.
No, I went to Double Bull with our sponsor Dave, and now I'm goofy.
Outstanding.
But I'm ready. I'm ready to go. I'm raring to go.
Yeah, we were supposed to be doing a big show today. It was supposed to be, a nice big build up. We were gonna start the fucking clock and stuff. I still got it somewhere. Let me see if I still got the clock.
Put the clock on.
Turn the clock on. Yeah. So I mean, this time isn't accurate here, but we would have had a countdown clock. It would have said about 44 minutes right now to the end of Beef Madness. Would have been sitting there counting it down on every screen, building the anticipation. Yeah. And then yesterday get a text message. Yeah, I'm gonna end Beef Madness today.
Yeah.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one anticipating our live show tonight. Because
many people wanted to watch.
There was many comments about I thought we were going to get a live reveal of the winner of Beef Madness on Monday night, which is one of the reasons that we did it on Monday night. I couldn't be more furious. Besides you not being able to sit still and sit centered, I couldn't be more furious. And I have a theory.
Well, let's hear it. I'm excited to be a theory because I honestly don't give a fuck.
Your rationale didn't the math wasn't math. Let me put it that way.
Okay, well, let's hear your theory. I like theories.
So you said, it'll be good for them. It'll be good for the shops because they're closed on Monday, so they can just sit back and watch.
Yeah.
This is a heated competition. Nobody wants to sit back and watch. You want to participate. And if you're a beef shop owner, being open on the final day of Beef Madness would probably benefit you because you can have customers coming in going, oh, by the way, did you vote for Beef Madness on this group? We're in the finals here. No.
Yeah.
You thought sitting back and just watching, which One shop was watching the contest.
Yeah.
One shop was watching another game.
I will give you the rationale.
Sure.
The Facebook group is much more active on a Sunday than a Monday.
Sure.
And it's not close.
Mm-hmm.
Like there are bar charts, bar pie. What are those things?
Pie charts?
No, the bars.
Graphs?
Bar graphs.
Algorithms?
Sure, those things. And Sundays up to the
Hypotenuse
fucking
angles?
moon. And Monday is down to the fucking floor.
Okay, but
no
one I would
pays
say
attention on
is
Monday.
general interaction. I believe this would trump that.
Being
perhaps as important as it is and being as competitive as this Beef Madness has been this year, I believe that the normal Monday interaction wouldn't have played on Monday tonight.
Oh, I agree, but it's still Sunday's the day.
I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
I do because we're the most.
I feel.
We had the most. Listen. I know you're a little bitch about your fucking time clock.
I feel there's a bit of collusion happening here.
Listen.
Collusions happen. All of a sudden, Andy's like, I want to finish it today. I don't know about that. Who cut you a check? Where's the money coming from?
Relax, Christy.
Is it the dumpster company? Did they milk the pot a little heavier?
I wish they would.
Or the electric company. I bet it was them.
Whatever they wanted.
Let's pull it in. We're all going to be working tomorrow.
If you wanted me to do it faster and you had money, I would have done it 1,000%. But
we want the whole 64 teams in one day.
Me and the mods, me and the admins, we had a talk, and they suggested, and I agreed.
They suggested.
Yes.
So they were the ones, because you did say somebody wanted to just wrap it up.
Not wrap it up.
Because that was the terminology you used, was they just want it wrapped up. Which seems like very anticlimactic for what you've been doing this whole fucking month.
The most engagement is on a Sunday, and it's Monday would have stunk.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I want it to end too.
It was set to end. It was fucking set to end.
But right now I'd be worrying and thinking, and there'd be a time clock, and I'd be stressed.
Yeah, but that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of it. It's down to the buzzer. And imagine if it was down to the buzzer because the shops are open. People are coming in. They're like, oh, fucking vote for this thing. Look how many fucking votes we have already. We need to fucking win this fucking thing. I think that would have helped.
I will say that I think the move to move it onto a Sunday kind of fucked Londies.
100%.
Because
Ted was at a ball game.
Ted was at the Red Sox game chugging drinks. And also,
he was living that sweet life.
Ted wasn't into putting the
politicking.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Ted wasn't going to politic.
Right. Ted was just going to hang his big dong on and be like, yeah, I got that. I got that beef.
And I know Harry did some politicking and Sandra did some politicking. And I'd be curious to see what would have happened if they were working and they couldn't focus on getting votes. Mm-hmm. But it wasn't that close.
It was for a while.
For a while it was, but they pulled away at the end. And I don't know. Again, I know Ted refused to politic.
Right.
I got that from not him directly, but people who know him.
Indirectly.
I didn't talk to Ted at all yesterday. I left him alone.
Sure.
I left most of them alone. Besides I asked about if they wouldn't mind doing it today. Like I was curious how they feel about it, and both of them were into it.
Okay.
Because I wasn't going to do it without their blessing.
Yeah, that'd be really fucked up.
Yeah. I asked Harry and asked Ted, and I said, would you mind doing it today? And they were both like, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
And Ted made a funny joke about there's no time to buy votes, though.
See?
Which I enjoyed.
See?
And then that prick went to the Red Sox game.
He was chugging fucking White Claws in the suite. Like a goddamn G.
But I don't know. I don't know how things would have shaken out if things were different. I do know that one place tried to win.
Yeah.
And one place rested on their laurels and said, the beef speaks for itself.
Right.
And I monitor who invites people to the group. I do enjoy watching who joins and who invites. Mm-hmm. And no one yesterday did the whole add 1,000 people to the group thing.
Right.
But in previous rounds, that happened.
From one of these two shops, or both? Or from other shops?
Mostly from one.
Okay.
Partly from the other.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, one shop really, really worked hard to get the vote out. It didn't always help. I'll tell you that right now.
Sure.
Because I know of one person invited to the group that voted for the other shop.
Jesus.
So the owner of one place invited
this person
to the group, and that person voted for the other people.
On purpose?
They had a preference.
Fucking hilarious.
But no, listen, this was our best beef madness ever. And not for the final. The final was a little anticlimactic where I saw the end and no one made a push. And I like a push. I want to see a push. Last year,
it wrapped like, I would say, I was loosely monitoring when I was out yesterday. I would say probably 5:30, 6 o'clock is where it plateaued at that. Because I was looking at the total numbers. So it was like, I want to say it was like 15 to 13. That
was the end, yeah.
And it hit that mark around between 5 and 6, basically.
It did, and
which made for a slow 3 hours.
Last year, Pete's had a strong finish.
Yeah.
Albania came in hot. This year they didn't.
Right.
But it's so weird though, because the previous rounds and every round before that.
Let's talk about that. Let's do the top four, the final four.
Okay.
And then we'll get to the finals.
So we had C&S versus Londies.
Yep.
And Pete's versus Bella's, which is a championship last year rematch.
Yep.
Thing is though, Harry, when I talked to Harry on the phone the other day, he said, "I think we have it," and it wasn't a bravado; it was just a little confidence. And I said, "Well, why do you think that?" And I knew why he thought that, but I was curious why he thought that.
Because we talked to George at the Cabaret, and he said the same thing.
And he said that we're the only shop that's gotten over 1,000 votes in any bracket.
Crunching those numbers. I like that.
He got 1,000 votes in two straight rounds.
Yeah.
And Ted had 800, 900, never 1,000. And I think he felt like he had it, and fucking he did.
Yeah.
He wasn't wrong.
Right.
And I'm kind of shocked because I thought Ted had this because they've never won before. They've never been in the final. Ted's never had a shop that was active enough during Beef Madness to win Beef Madness.
Right.
But again, it's a popularity contest.
You do have to play the game sometimes.
Yeah, and everyone's always... Ted's the first one to not play the game.
Which is funny because he's doing all that interesting shit with buns and the different types of sandwiches and stuff. So he's kind of playing the game. He's just not... He's not doing the PR game.
The grassroots thing.
Yeah.
Last minute, vote for me thing. And I don't throw any shade toward Bella's for doing it because everyone does it.
Right.
Last year, Pete's and Bella's both did it.
Right.
Modern did it with their story. Jamie's did the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
Athens did it. Everyone who's ever won Beef Madness has done it. And I just wonder if Ted had done it, would there be a different outcome?
I mean, I feel if it's one of those things, if he went hard yesterday, that would mean he would have been going hard the whole fucking tournament, as they all kind of were. The ones who really made it, the ones that made it far enough. Like you saw the Tostimos come out of really nowhere, and they were trying to go hard, and they did a great job at their marketing. Bill at C&S, same thing. He made Final Four. And he was another one doing all the marketing and trying to bring the people in and get them to vote. Yep. Of course, Pete's and Bella's have been doing it for years.
Yep.
So it's one of those things. It's like if he had taken that approach from the start, it might have been a completely different outcome. Because it's not just, you don't just go hard on the last day. It's kind of like it feels like it's a mindset that you take going into it. And it's like, all right, it's March. So we're going to go.
I just wish the playing field was equal where they both went.
Right.
I would have really enjoyed to see what would have happened. I think the outcome wouldn't have changed.
It just would have been tighter.
I would have enjoyed that. I kept waiting for the last push.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for Victoria to invite her entire fucking friends list.
I mean, in the early afternoon, it was really exciting. I was sending you screenshots. Like, look at these fucking numbers, guy.
Oh, it wouldn't. There was 1,000 votes in 18 minutes.
Yeah, that's fucking
It was
awesome.
crazy. And then it petered out.
Right.
But I mean, the final four, the final eight, most of these shops there's such little small differences,
Right?
And it's all about who you line up with and who you are loyal to, and
Right.
because you're not going to get a bad beef at Londy's or Bella's or CNS or Tessie's,
right.
or who else made the final four? Anthony's in Tewksbury or Modern Butcher,
right?
Pete's in Woburn. You're not getting Nick's Place. You're not getting a bad beef. It's just a matter of
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of preference and who you like better.
Right.
But I just would have loved to see Albania just show up. Just for grins, just to see if they could have made it a tight race, because that would have been fun.
Right.
Fucking down 230 for 3 hours. Great. That makes me fucking happy. Bored out of my fucking mind.
And of course, you were sitting there probably actively watching, like, why isn't anybody doing anything?
Oh, I refreshed 1,000 times. Over and over again.
To paint the picture, what were you doing yesterday during all this? What did your Sunday look like?
I got home from Maine about 4:30, and I sat on my couch for 4.5 hours staring at my phone.
Jesus Christ!
I mean, I was doing other things. I was watching shows, but it was still the phone. I wanted to see. Not that I was actively rooting for Londy's. I was actively rooting for Londy's to do something.
Right.
It was that meme. Just do something.
Yeah.
The stick.
Yeah.
Do something. Because I know that Harry and Sandra had more bullets left in their gun.
Oh yeah.
And last year, the bullets came out fucking fast and furious. And they kept trading shots, and Pete's did this, and Bella's did this.
Because again, that was because Pete's was in from the jump too.
Yes, and it
felt like the beef group showed up early in the day. It started at noon.
Yeah, 12. Yeah, 12 to 9.
So the beef group in general showed up early in the day. That was why you said 18 minutes, 1,000 votes already.
Yeah.
And I did notice, like, Harry and Sandra kind of, okay, let it go. And then there was that, I texted you, like that last push around, like, I don't remember, it must have been like 3:30, 4 o'clock, where everyone got the message. Vote for Bella's.
Yes.
Yeah. Which they've done every year, because that's what you do in a contest like this.
Absolutely.
But that was like, that felt like, all right, so it's been back and forth. We've kind of kept the lead pretty steady, but let's put a nail in the coffin. Like, now it would have been wonderful if they sent that at 7:30 at night and kept it going all the way up there.
So anticlimactic.
I know. Imagine if we were talking about the buildup right now for 30 more minutes.
Oh, it would have been so fucking boring.
Would have been fantastic. We would have talked about other things, but always have the counter up there, and we would also have the group, and we'd be refreshing the fucking group as they're voting.
Yeah, no one
I
cared.
had a whole thing set up. I was very productive that day.
I know you did, and we'll do it for something else, but no one would have cared. At this point, if we were live right now, based on yesterday, it would have been a 230 vote gap, and no one would give a fuck.
Maybe. I don't believe that.
Well, I mean, it was.
Well, yeah. But maybe it would have been, again, I still think the shops being open would have changed that a little bit.
Ted wouldn't have tried. He would have lost by more.
You think?
Yeah, he wouldn't have tried. He would never have tried.
His wife would.
Nope. She wasn't allowed to.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
I got information from certain people that she wanted to get involved.
Right. Because she was the one I saw posting, even whatever was posted, it was from her.
Mm-hmm. And no.
We will not. No. We will not politic. We will win on merit. I mean, I like the attitude. I like that. I like that big dick confident attitude.
Well, that's going to ESSA votes. We're going to win. If we don't win, it's okay.
Yeah.
But Teddy, we can win. We can win. No, we cannot. That's all I heard. Again, I didn't talk to him all day. Besides when he sent me the video of him chugging that
the White Claw.
It wasn't a white. It was a High Noon.
Well, whatever.
Andy, I chug drink. Okay, Ted.
This is for you.
Andy, it's for you. And he chugged the High Noon. It was phenomenal. Listen, Ted's one of my favorites.
It's a fucking I mean, just
he's the personality wise. All the owners are so different.
Right.
Ted has this giant hog confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Harry's a scrapper.
Yep.
He's a competitor. He's a win at all costs kind of guy.
There was a picture before the Final Four. I wish I had it to pull up right now. It was when Harry and George took those pictures together. I'm not sure what those Leafs were. I'm sure it's something with their background and whatnot.
It was Greek. Yeah, it was Greek.
But there's one shot where George is laughing and standing up and looking at the camera, and Harry is lasering him with his eyes. He's like, I got this motherfucker. Like, it was only one. They're smiling in every other picture, and I'm like, that's the real one.
That's Harry. He's a competitive motherfucker and a scrapper.
Yeah.
Listen, Harry's short.
Yeah.
He grew up in Southie.
Yeah.
He's 5'5", maybe 5'6".
So,
and
so basically like Danny Gillis height.
Yeah, exactly. You know what happens when you're not very tall.
Right.
And you've got to go.
I mean, I don't personally.
No, of course, neither do I.
I've been this height since 12 years old.
But, there's a whole personality thing when you're not tall.
Right.
And he has that. I won't call it little man's complex because he's not little, but he's not tall, and you have to deal with not being tall in your whole life and compete with tall people, and that gives you a whole different personality. George.
And also, just not even the beef shop industry, but the restaurant industry in general breeds crazy. So,
yes,
there is that. And then there's a whole new level of crazy with the beef shop industry, and another level of crazy with how it is now.
And then you got George, who won last year, and he has the smallest place in the entire fucking world.
Yeah.
He's like, Andy, I cannot handle my business.
He's literally
my wife can't do it. Yeah. So, and he has a different level of confidence than even Londy.
He had returning champ confidence.
Yes.
Because this wasn't, because he was at our Cabaret show last year around this time, and it wasn't the same guy.
Different guy. He didn't come in a fucking Miami Vice suit.
He didn't come in the cocaine dealer fucking suit, handing out envelopes of money.
No. And then you get Bill from CNS. Bill's happy to be there. He's like, I fucking made it this far.
I mean, Final Four for a shop in Pepperell is
I'm not going to be
fucking
he's like,
wild.
I'm not beating Ted Londy. He literally said it to me. I'm not beating Teddy.
Right.
Whether his beef is better or not, we don't know.
Right.
Unless you do a side by side, but he knows. I'm not beating Ted Londy. So that's the thing is you get the guy who's been there before who won already last year, confidence.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong with the family tree thing. Didn't Bill start under Ted at one point?
Not under Ted, no.
Okay. Because I know that it's one of those things, like there's a lot of shops that kind of worked for Ted at one time or another and then went on their own way.
No, not Bill. Bill's Ted's age. He's old school, Knicks, Chicks, Bill.
Okay.
He's one of those guys,
Okay.
Yeah. He's an old school Greek.
Gotcha.
We also had an Albanian versus a Greek and an Albanian versus a Greek in the Final Four.
Yep. You were having a lot of fun with the flags.
I did, and I was told by one of the shop owners that this isn't about nationality. I said, well, fuck your sister. It isn't. It sure is.
Here's the thing. We all watch pro wrestling. We know how this works. The best foil to America is the fucking Iron Sheik and Nikolai Volkov. Why? Foreigners.
Yeah. So, and I had big plans, but I had to scrap them and just rush through them because I had a Burning Heart fucking song planned. I posted it, but I had more than that planned. I wanted to get
I will.
Harry
there was a few, at least two. I think there was a Final Four and a final hype up video Tyler did, right?
Yeah, Tyler's
fantastic job, by the way.
Killing it.
Like one of the few times I didn't even have to have you text me, put the sound up. I just like, okay, let's listen.
And listen. Hate Kendrick Lamar or not, that song is good.
It's good.
And They Not Like Us, when Harry and Ted walked out of their shops, was so spot on because they're not like us.
Right.
These are the two finalists.
Right.
And Harry doing a little more hamming up and Ted just going, hello. I'm Ted. Would you like some grappa? Want to drive my car? Maybe take my car for a ride or shoot the gun. He's such a different cat, man.
Let's drink, let's shoot, let's fucking drive.
I can't pinpoint his personality and explain it, but he's a different cat than all of them.
Grappa, goddamn.
He does not even fucking care.
That's great.
He does care.
He
does
really,
care.
He does, but it's not a not caring thing. Like I said, it's that like not big. It's huge dick fucking confidence right there. It's like he knows what his shop is putting out.
He said, "Well, tomorrow I'm going to put up 2,000 pounds of beef."
That's his trophy.
That's not even a fucking exaggeration. He's going to put up 2,000 pounds of beef.
That's his fucking trophy. The man was enjoying his fucking Sunday at the Red Sox game, and he's like, "I know what I got."
Sending me videos. I loved it. And then,
hilarious.
I mean, I told you, I talked to Harry on the phone, and Harry is going, I don't know how Ted is not crazy, because Harry knows how much he sells. They all kind of find each other. And he's like, if I sold that much, I'd fucking lose my mind. I'm like, I don't know. Ted is a different cat.
He's a different breed. Yeah.
He's an odd fucking dude. And at the end of his shift, he's got fucking weird wine he made, and he's got a car and a gun. And he's ready to talk about all those things. Ted is an absolute legend, but he didn't win. Bella's won.
There it is.
The first two-time champion also ever.
I can finally put this banner up here.
No one's ever won it twice, and Bella's a finalist 3 or 4 times in a row, maybe 4.
Mm-hmm.
I thought 5, but I was wrong earlier.
Yep, you were checked.
I got caught in the crossfire with Lisa from
drunken video.
Lisa from Modern. Oh, I was so drunk. I'm gonna go live. What?
I didn't even see the live. I just watched it back. I'm like, oh boy.
Andy's gonna go downstairs and talk on a microphone now for no reason. Why is he doing that? No one knows.
No one knows.
I just thought I should, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, they got like 8,000 views. Not bad.
Not bad.
It's called Peter Griffin by many people, which is hurtful.
It happens.
Which is why I'm probably going to go on one of those injections pretty soon.
Well, for a number of reasons, probably.
Yes. Inject me with those fat-burning medications.
One of them is topic number 6.
No, but
yeah, Bella's won. Congratulations, Harry, and the whole team over at Bella's in North Andover.
And there was no wrong answer at this point. I mean,
there really wasn't. I think had it been live tonight, we would have been trying to sell the shit out of it as much as we can. Mm-hmm. Holy shit, 30 minutes and look at the fucking score, stuff like that. Hamming it up for the radio, if you will. But you also, thank you, sponsors there that took care of you during
the Birch Hill Country Club, Pro Hall Dumpsters, Essex Seamless Gutters.
Wow. You got them.
Ben Franklin Print Company, Cameron Electric. I was told no by a lot of people.
Sure.
But I was told yes by a few people.
All right.
And some folks said, that price is crazy. And I said, I know. Do you want to pay it? And they said no, until some said yes.
Yep. Now, question. But listen, did some of the people that are listed right there say no and then double back?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Everyone there
said yes right away.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Actually, the three, I would say the 3 randos, which is the Birch Hill, Pro Hall, and Cameron, reached out to me. I gave them the number, and they said yes right away.
Yeah, I mean, you put it out there. And I'm assuming the owners of these are Beef Group members.
Yeah, of course.
Where's Birch Hill Country Club?
It's in New Hampshire, Wolfboro, and they do a beef on Saturdays.
Oh, okay.
So they did that, and part of the deal was I would promote that, and of course I will.
Sure, of course. They do a beef on Saturdays at Birch Hill Country Club. There you go.
Yeah. Again.
Fucking A.
So the content of the week this week, I won't get to them, but this was a big bone of contention with him.
Oh, really?
Oh, this was the start of the problem he had with me. Was me
the Birch Hill beef? What the fuck?
No,
I'm
me
kidding.
just
you accepting money? Yes.
Yes, me taking. How dare I?
How dare you? How
dare I?
How dare you work your fucking ass off and put literally this contest on Chronicle for fuck's sake?
Mm-hmm.
And, not at least ask. I mean, they can say no. People can say no to sponsorships, by the way. That's the funny thing that people don't seem to understand. It's like, no is an option. These people said yes. They wanted to do this.
Many said no, and I would never disparage them by saying
not.
No. It was not a cheap. It was $1,000.
Each.
Nice.
Good for you. I
said $1,000 to sponsor Beef Madness.
Oh, Essex Seamless Gutters is doing well, huh?
Yeah, they're doing pretty good. They had a great month. There was a $5,000 option I couldn't suck someone into, but again,
good for you.
It would have been so many people said no.
Sure, of course they did,
and that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get into it now, but this is, again, the bone of contention with this person who hated me.
Right.
Because that's the difference between me and the person who he compared me to, is if you say no, I don't get mad. I say,
I mean, shit, what was it? Was it last year or the year before that we had a gap around New Year's in our sponsorships, and we said, fuck it, we'll just bump a week and then literally talk about every sponsor we've ever had, including ones that were on for 1 month.
Yep, we had a sponsor show, yeah.
It's business. We don't take this shit personally. A lot of the sponsors that have come and gone are still friends of ours, for fuck's sake.
All right, so I'll give you an example. I had the best meal I've had in the last year, last Friday.
All right.
A former sponsor of ours. I went there for lunch.
The Cabaret has food now, huh?
They do not. They're also a current sponsor.
You said former, yes.
Yes. I went to Champions.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's right. You did send me that.
I backdoored it. I sat at the bar next to the guy who cuts the meat, who I've been friends with for 40 years.
How do you backdoor Champions?
It was a backdoor.
Fuck you. But why would you backdoor? Like it's not like there's a line.
I don't like coming to the front door and having to walk past people.
You love that fucking claim. I can backdoor anywhere. I'm fucking Andy Ferg. Have you seen Chronicle, bitch?
I shoved Nikki, the owner, out of the way. So get out of my way, bitch. And I sat down next to my friend Todd, who I was in kindergarten with at Welch School in 1984.
Right.
We sat there, and I owed him my steak tips, and I got steak tips and rings and
just
a salad.
Party one or not the wife?
Just me.
Nice.
She was at work.
Nice.
It was in a Diet Coke. No, not a drinking lunch. It's a Diet Coke and some steak tips.
Were you working?
And I had to go to Maine.
Was it a work day or? Oh,
yeah,
you were going up to Maine. Yeah.
But if I'm going to start drinking, I don't start and stop. It's either I'm in or I'm out.
Sure.
So it was not a time to drink. I had a Diet Coke and some steak tips.
We know this. When we started 2, we ended the Cabaret.
Listen, I started today at 12:30 with 1:30 with Panette, and now I'm here. But it was a fucking meal like I can't even describe. Every bite was delicious. I was overstuffed and kept eating.
Yeah, I'm super. Like when you sent me the picture, I'm like, oh, fuck you. I'm super fucking jealous.
And it was early enough where they were actually charring them with sometimes they get busy and they get kind of steamed.
Yeah.
But these were hitting the flame and they were caramelizing, and I was happy. And I didn't even say what temperature I wanted them. I just said steak tips now. Yeah. And they took care of it. So anyways, a former sponsor,
yes.
I would never, you can come, you can go,
sure.
You can, Tostimo's, current sponsor.
Yep.
Used to sponsor, left for a year, changed owners, popped back on. I don't care.
Bring it.
Never in a million years would I badmouth one of our sponsors who ever paid us.
Bring it.
So anyway, we'll get to that though.
Yeah.
We can.
But so congratulations again to Harry, Sandra, the whole team over at Bella's Roast Beef in North Andover for their win of the 2025 Beef Madness. Congratulations.
Absolutely. Well earned. Next year. Now the countdown starts for next year.
Of course.
And I've been told by multiple places who didn't win this year. I'm going to say Tostimo's, Nick's Place, and CNS.
Which
look
Nick's?
out? Nick's in Burlington.
Okay.
Look out for next year.
Yeah.
They come in for fucking bodies.
Yeah. And they play the game right.
And who benefits from this?
I mean, you obviously.
Us.
Yeah. The people.
Yes, me the most because I sell T-shirts.
You the most.
I'm so fucking spent from this. What a goddamn whirlwind it was.
That was what I honestly thought it was all about. You just wanted it fucking over.
Kind of, but no. The idea of it on a Sunday.
That's what hurt the most. I'm like, I put in a lot of effort in tonight's show.
I know.
For the first time in like a long while, I was very proud of everything I was accomplishing. And you're like, yeah, fuck it. We're just gonna wrap it up.
Literally, yeah, fuck it. That's what I posted.
And then I will say, and I know I said it earlier, I was very happy to see the comments, meaning people listen all the way to the end of the show because we didn't mention it until the end of the fucking show.
It's true.
That we were going to be on tonight.
Strong boys. Yeah.
A
couple 2.5 hour strong boys.
Yep. So thank you to the commenters that really wanted to have a live fucking finale here on Monday night. But, we can pretend if you want. Andy wanted to fucking wrap it up.
Oh, I'm so happy it's over.
He wanted to wrap it up. He was tired.
I'm so tired. I was so tired. It's so hard to run that thing.
Imagine how fucked up that would be if you went drinking with Dave on the final day.
If I had to be responsible right now,
you'd be a mess. You'd be a disaster. If we had a counter going right now and you're this fucked up.
Oh, I'd be yelling. Who cares? It's gonna be over anyway. Shut up. We're live with who?
Who gives a shit?
I'm so glad it's over. I'm so happy it's done.
All right. Next up on where are we at here? Oh, we're good. Val Kilmer passed away this week. That hit me harder than I thought it would. I like Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer fan. But it's one of those weird ones when a celebrity dies, it's kind of like, okay. Because, and it's odd because he's been sick for a while.
You didn't cry?
No, I didn't cry. He's not a black comic from Boston with diabetes.
He's no Patrice O'Neal.
He's no Patrice O'Neal. Motherfucker, how many comedy specials do you have, Val?
Patrice had one.
He had one.
He has one less.
One more than Val.
He has one less. Actually, I bet you could find a Val fucking spoken word bullshit thing. Because he was a arrogant fuck. He would probably do it.
You know what? Actually, I want to go back and watch it. I was listening to a podcast while I was driving, commuting today. I want to go and check out. Apparently, his one hosting gig on Saturday Night Live was really good. I don't remember when it was, but apparently their social media channels have been posting stuff. Like he covered all of his movies. Like he did Top Gun. He did fucking The Doors. Like he did all those in skits.
So
and I want to go back and look at that.
This week's SNL did a little, not a tribute, just a end of the episode, just a picture of him for 10 seconds.
But I don't remember him
Neither
doing
do I.
SNL. But when I heard it, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely checking that out after the show tonight.
But he looked young.
It was probably, I would guess it was probably, I would say early 90s, maybe around Heat, but maybe it could, if it was late 90s, he was promoting The Saint.
No, it wasn't late 90s. He was younger than that.
Because Heat was what, like 93, I think?
He was 95.
All right, let me see. While we're talking,
and The Saint was 98.
The Saint was late 90s. I remember that one.
Yeah, Saint was 98. He was 95. The Doors was 93. This is all from memory. If I'm right,
he was 95. Yeah.
Fuck yes, 1 for 1.
Tombstone 93. It might have been that. Oh, you know what? I bet it was. I bet it was 95 for Batman.
Oh yeah.
I bet it was Batman.
So
that feels like an SNL fucking bit.
So you didn't watch SNL this week, right? Yet?
No.
Not yet. Holy shit.
Good.
11 out of 10.
Who was the host?
Jack Black.
Really?
The music sucked. It was Brandy Carlisle and Elton John. It was terrible. But it was before the news and the news. Every skit was fucking phenomenal. The news was fantastic.
Post news, not good.
It was fine. It was just, it was typical weird post news. They get a little irreverent. During the news, the black woman, Ego Odom, she did a stand-up bit where she like became a different person, like a raunchy black comedian. And it was fucking hilarious. I was laughing my fucking balls off, and Colin and Michael couldn't handle it. They were laughing their balls off, and the crowd swore very loudly.
I like you, comedian.
At some point, she's like doing crowd work, and it's like, and this man, blah blah blah. And the crowd's like, shit, and the whole place said shit. And she goes, "Oh, we gonna get fined." It was really good, and the skits were good. There's one skit, I can't remember it, but you could tell Jack Black wrote it and said, "Here's my idea," and they're like, "Oh fuck yeah, you're Jack Black."
Sure.
And we're gonna do that. No, it was good. It was really good. Jack Black's fucking. He's such a. I don't know. People hate on him. Bother me. He's funny. He's talented. He's a little goofy.
So
he makes bad choices, but I like him.
I'm a fan of Jack Black supporting actor.
Okay,
I'm not a fan of Jack Black main character. I think when Jack Black is the second or third lead in the movie, you can't get better.
I really enjoyed School of Rock.
See,
it's going back a long time.
I loved it. I did not. But I was thinking. Tropic Thunder, fucking high
hilarious.
fidelity. Holy shit! Him as that character, because it takes the pressure off of him. It's not his movie to fucking sell, so he can just kind of do his own shit. And I feel he's always better as a supporting actor.
Have you seen Tenacious D live?
No. And that's the part of Jack Black I've never been interested in. Like, I don't care about your band.
You should.
I've heard some of their songs. I've seen clips. Not a thing I've seen with Tenacious D was ever like, oh, I gotta check more of this out.
Went to a concert in Providence for a class.
Went to a Tenacious D concert.
Let me finish.
Holy shit.
I was in a class in college where I had to go to concerts.
Okay.
It didn't matter if it was a Tenacious D, Weezer, or
what class is that?
It was a music class I shouldn't have taken. I read wrong. I took some guitar class that I should not have been in. The teacher says to me, he said, "You're gonna fail unless you go to these concerts and write papers. Mm-hmm. That's half your grade." It didn't matter what I went to. I went to a fucking clarinet concert at Berklee School of Music.
Right.
I went to that once, and I sat there and took notes, and then I wrote a paper.
Right.
But the last concert I went to was Weezer in Providence, Tenacious D opening.
Okay.
Tenacious D was so fucking good, it was silly.
Huh.
Musically, they were great, and they were hilarious. Kyle and Jack Black are funny motherfuckers, and it was like the best thing I've ever seen live.
Okay.
It was production, there was pyrotechnics, there was comedy.
I'll take your word on it.
And then Weezer came out. What's with these homies kissing my girl? Mm-hmm. Why do they got a front? Woo-hoo.
You're a Weezer guy, huh?
I love Weezer. Yeah. What's wrong with Weezer?
Nothing.
The Blue Album is one of the best albums ever.
I'm not a big music guy. Like,
top to bottom.
I hear Weezer, I think Mallrats.
Stupid.
Exactly. I'm not a big music guy.
I am a huge Weezer guy. I saw them live 3 times in my life so far. Mm-hmm. Most recently, 2 years ago at the Boston Calling.
Okay.
And they were great then. And the Blue Album is one of those albums that like was my entrance into alternative rock.
Okay.
And listen, my name is Jonas. If I'm drunk, you might hear me say, "My name is Jonas."
What's that?
It's one of their songs.
Oh, okay.
And I'm carrying the wheel. Thanks for all you. I'll get hair and say, "My name is Jonas." But anyways, Val Kilmer.
Yeah. Remember him?
All right, Mike. Here's the question. I've asked you this before, and I'm going to ask you it again.
Sure.
When you think of Val Kilmer, name me 2 movies he's in right now.
The Doors and Tombstone.
The Doors.
The Doors. I was a big Doors guy.
The Doors aren't a great band. Just
no, but I liked it. I was a Doors guy in high school. I was, and when the movie came out, I thought he did a phenomenal job. And then again, being a movie nerd and hearing more about the process of what he did in the movie and how he got the role as Jim Morrison, I thought was fucking phenomenal. I'm like, that's awesome. Like, one of the things he did that's been reported many, many times is he recorded a bunch of Doors songs himself and then did basically a compilation tape and mixed his songs in with actual Doors songs, handed it to Oliver Stone and said, "If you can tell the difference, you don't have to give me the role." And he couldn't tell the difference. So that was why in the live concert stuff, he was able to actually sing and interact and improv in those scenes because they weren't doing Jim Morrison backing music.
I mean, Val Kilmer is super talented, so that makes sense to me.
100%.
I wasn't a big Doors movie guy.
Yeah, I mean, I was. I still, if it's on cable, I'll pop it on. Like if I'm just scrolling through channels, like, oh no, all the Doors is on. Fuck yeah, I'll watch that for 30, 40 minutes.
Tombstone's iconic, and of course,
yep.
He's so good. And I watched it Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
But those aren't my 2.
No.
I have my 2.
Okay.
Top Gun.
Yep.
And according to Danny Snyder on the Instagram, total genius, but it's actually Real Genius.
Yep.
I watched Real Genius this weekend as well. That movie is...
It's one of those movies I didn't appreciate at the time, and I've appreciated as an adult.
he has got so many good one-liners in that movie.
Yeah, it was when it came out and in the I mean 85, I was 6 years old, so I didn't watch it.
Is that when it came out in 85?
Yeah. So by the time I was watching it, I was in a different mindset in my late teens, and it didn't hit with me, that weird eccentric comedy. And it took probably until my late 20s, early 30s when I watched it again, and I was like, oh, this actually is really fucking funny.
So there's two scenes in that movie that I really, just two lines really.
Mm-hmm.
It's when the professor's talking to Val Kilmer and he says, do you still run? Meaning run track and stuff. And Val Kilmer says, only when chased. And then he moves on and motherfucks. I'm like, that's subtle. And then Kent's the tall blonde nerd dude.
Yep.
And he's accused of being in a pool full of Jello naked. And Kent responds with, it was hot and I was hungry. And those two lines make me happy every time.
Yeah.
And I told you Top Gun, and I told you privately, and you came at me with Top Gun's a Tom Cruise movie.
When I think of it, it's a Tom Cruise movie.
Of course it is.
I don't think of, like, when you ask me what are the two movies, when I think of Val Kilmer, what are two movies that come to mind? Top Gun is not first. It's not even third. Third would be Heat.
Heat's so good.
Like my third, it would be Doors, Tombstone, Heat. I might not get to Top Gun till 4. It would be there.
I'm as you are too.
I'm not gonna fucking bullshit and say, oh, Batman. Like, come on.
What about the Saint? Saint's good.
It's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's fine. It's a fine movie. It got fucked over royally because Mission Impossible came out like 6 months earlier, and it's basically the same fucking thing.
Have I told you my Val Kilmer story when I was accused of being him at one point?
Go on.
It's really, this woman must be fucking blind.
That's tough coming from yesterday when your Peter Griffin comments.
Yes, so I've aged poorly in the last 30 years. I was pumping gas at Holden's in Peabody when I was 16.
Yeah.
I was rocking the shades, backwoods fucking Reebok hat, jeans. I was 85 pounds lighter.
Do you have frosted tips?
Not yet. Okay. I did that later in life, for obviously for a reason. And I walked up to this woman parked on the fire pump who I was gonna, full service gas station, of course.
Sure.
And she went, oh. Calm
down, lady.
And I said, what's up? She goes, I thought you were Val Kilmer. I said, oh, maybe I am.
What are you, retarded? He's pumping gas.
Yeah, exactly. I am not him. And I have never been him.
That's like getting the fucking Jason Momoa thing. It's like, really? You think I'm working here?
But no, on my 30th birthday, though, I did frost my tips. Oh my and I went as
30th?
Yes, 30th. I went as Val Kilmer. It was a costume party. Right. I wore the whole flight suit.
Yeah.
And we did playing with the boys fucking volleyball.
How'd it fit?
The flight suit?
Yeah.
I got it in my size.
I know, but like the whole, like, it's not a onesie, but you know what I'm talking about? Those not just fat guys, but tall guys.
No,
it's always weird in the crotch and stuff. Like you
it was very snug, very snug.
You almost have to get like 2 sizes too big to make those fuckers work. Middle?
That seam was parting my balls like the Red Sea.
There was discussion when we were prepping for writer's block, and I was playing a prisoner, and they're like, oh, and the director's like, well, we're gonna get you one of these prison jumpsuits, and I fought tooth and fucking nail. I'm like, I will look like Humpty Dumpty in that motherfucker. This will not be scary. This will not be violent. It'll be fucking comical.
Me two piece.
And I fucking talked him into. I sent him a picture. It was of remember that Stallone Schwarzenegger prison movie? I think might have actually been called Jailbreak or something dumb like Escape Plan.
Okay, yeah,
Escape Plan. And there was a picture of Stallone.
Tango and Cash Part 2.
Yeah, basically in like blue Dickies and fucking and just like an open shirt with like a wife beater underneath. I'm like that can conceal a lot.
Yes,
a lot of problems. Another one of Val's movies that I am a big fan of that nobody fucking talks about is Wonderland, where he plays John Holmes.
Never seen it.
It's really fucking good. Check it out. Definitely give it a watch.
He plays the giant cock porn star,
yes.
John Holmes.
And I think that's where when you ask me about the two movies, I think that's where it comes in because he's one of those actors that I really love when he plays real people.
Okay.
Because I feel he goes a little deeper than in his made up roles. Like he can play just actor in a fictitious role, but when he does Morrison, when he does Doc Holliday, when he did John Holmes, he goes deeper and wants to embody them and not just be a caricature of them. Wonderland. It's not about John Holmes is the main character, obviously, but it's not about his porn career. It's basically
train station.
It's the train station. Yeah,
in Revere, of course.
No, it's about the Wonderland murders in California. It's a really, really fucking good movie that you should check out.
I'm gonna circle back real quick to Top Gun not being a Val Kilmer movie.
Sure.
Iceman is one of the greatest characters in movie history. I don't care if it's not the main character.
Right.
He's the most memorable. He has the best scenes.
I will say this: the Iceman redemption story was an interesting one, where basically he was way more like. I agree with you, great character, but in Maverick, he became way more important than fucking Tom Cruise's character.
Yeah,
Tom Cruise is still fucking at fucking flight school, and this guy's an admiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a hell of a lot better in life. What was it? Tom Kazansky. Did a hell of a lot better in life than fucking Maverick.
Pete Mitchell. Pete Mitchell.
That's a terrible name.
It's the worst. That's why I call him Maverick.
Awful name.
I was watching Top Gun the other night, the original. Obviously, rest in peace. And
sure,
I lasted 8 minutes. I said, I'm just gonna watch Maverick instead. And then I passed out holding a glass of wine.
There you go.
Rest in peace, Val Kilmer.
Absolutely.
Who else died this week? Someone else just died, didn't they?
He didn't die. He retired.
No, didn't someone else just die?
Not that I know of.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Not anyone that hit my radar anyway.
I feel like someone else just died. Yeah, who cares?
Who gives a shit?
Still dead.
But no, local legend. Elliot, what was his last name? Tattleman?
Tattleman, yeah.
Tattleman. Of course, Jordan's Furniture fame announced that he was retiring. I don't know when, but it was all over fucking social media for like 2 days. And I felt we need to talk about him. Did you ever, because they did one of those things where if you bought like furniture and the Red Sox wins something, sometimes it was the
World Series.
But there was times before they won the World Series, it was like if they make the World Series.
Yeah.
And then they kept moving the goalpost, basically. Did you ever take part in any of those Jordan's deals?
I did once, but it was when they stunk.
Right.
And I knew I was going to win, so I just bought furniture, and just in case maybe that happened.
Gotcha.
I got a pretty sweet couch out of it. It's from China.
China.
No, Elliot, I've met Elliot a few times. He's actually a very nice guy. Really nice guy. He's just a regular dude wandering the store.
Yep. I met him once. He was very nice. I was not. My Elliot story was when I was working on the Carson and Kennedy show on Mix. Jordan's was a big Mix sponsor at the time. And when you're a big sponsor, sometimes the salespeople will rope in interviews. Makes sense to a point. Sure. But it's also one of those things where if you're doing a show and you're trying to have a creative, fucking engaging show, and now you have to do a paid fucking interview, you're like, ugh, how can we make this fun, interesting, different? And so we're sitting in a meeting, and I go, at the time, I had a long ponytail.
Like you do now?
Longer. Oh yeah. It was when I did Locks for Love with that one, it was 16 inches.
Homo.
Yeah. So I had the ponytail, and I go, well, let's do a charity boxing match. He has a ponytail. I got a ponytail. We'll do hair versus hair match. His people were immediately against it. Like, nope, don't even bring it up.
Well, he's an elderly man.
He's an elderly. That was kind of the bit. I was gonna fucking throw the fight.
Okay.
Because I was cutting my hair off anyway at that point. I was just, again, pro wrestling. It's like, well, if you're going to cut your hair, at least make something out of it. I didn't. So he comes in and blah, 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 blah. And the interview was getting stale at a certain point. And it's somehow someone mentioned the similarities in the ponytails. And I just blurted out, yeah, we should do a charity boxing match, hair versus hair. And a hush filled the room. And they moved very quickly on.
The old Jew was not interested in boxing.
No. It wasn't even interested in fucking faking it. Wasn't interested in talking about it. Nobody wanted any part of it, and I got spoken to after the show.
Well, yeah, you're a cunt.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. The interview was boring as shit. Okay,
of course it was.
He's a sweet guy, but the interview was boring as shit.
Sorry, Elliot. My only interaction with him, I was literally buying furniture in Jordans, and he walked by and said hello. I said, "Oh, hi."
Oh, fuck, that's the guy.
Yeah, he goes, "You need some help?" I said, "No, I'm just browsing." He goes, "All right, carry on." He walked away. I said,
it's wild that he works there.
He was just, I don't think he works often, but he was there at the time.
But just the fact he's like, you need any help? It's like a real person?
Yeah, he's the president. He was the president of the company.
Yeah.
And I thought when him and Barry, his brother, when Barry went off to do plays.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, Barry went off to do plays on Broadway. He's super straight. Went off to do plays. And Elliot stayed. I always assumed that they were bought out by a company, and Elliot was just the person that got to stay. But no, he is the president of Jordan's Furniture still.
That's wild.
Well, he was.
That's wild.
He's now handing it down to his kid.
Yep.
And he's going to stay on as like
spokesman,
half-ass spokesman, just the guy.
Yeah.
So I mentioned Holden's earlier. When I worked at Holden's, right, in Peabody.
Yep.
I worked one Saturday morning. It was the day after the owner's retirement party.
Okay.
The owner was in his 70s. He's going to retire. He's going to let his son take over. And it's Saturday morning, and I was working because the normal Saturday morning guy was at the party. And like, I'm a young kid. I'm going to do the Saturday morning shift because everybody's hungover.
Sure.
And the owner comes walking up at 7:30. The guy who retired yesterday. He went to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, Arthur, what are you doing here? Didn't you retire yesterday? He goes, yeah, they think I did.
What the fuck am I supposed to do?
Yeah, and he still works there.
Really?
Arthur's alive.
Wow.
And this was 30 years ago.
Yeah.
He's still kicking it. He might be 115 years old. I don't even know clue how old he is. But
it's always interesting when the next generation takes over, seeing what they do with it, how they do it, and how long it sticks around.
Well, that's that whole Kowloon thing
like
we talked about earlier, where when I heard Bobby Wong's interview, his grandparents started it. His parents took it over in 1958. They ran it until they got old, and he took it over at some point.
Yep.
And now the next generation doesn't want to take it over.
Well, no, they've seen him have 0 holidays with family. I mean, Bobby had it was either a stroke or a heart attack or both. It was in that documentary. I think.
Also, they're rich now.
Well, yeah, of course they are.
There's that whole Outliers, the book Outliers. I'm not a book guy, but I've read the book Outliers, where it involves the Jewish garment makers in New York.
Okay,
and they work their asses off, and their kids become lawyers and doctors, and the next generation also becomes lawyers and doctors. Mm-hmm. And the third generation after that becomes useless pieces of shit.
That's the problem.
Because eventually they've all worked hard enough in front of you that you no longer have to work or care.
That you get to that generation that you've been rich enough that they haven't needed for anything, and they don't want any. They don't want to need for anything, let alone fucking put in an honest day's work.
And that's the Wong family, where the Wong kids are probably influencers and fucking TikTokers.
Well, he mentioned
trust funds.
He actually mentioned not wanting his kids to do it. Also,
well,
it could have been a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, like him knowing the life that he's had doing it, not wanting that for his kids, but also the kids showing 0 interest in wanting to fucking do it.
I really wish my dad would have done that.
What?
Told me to stay away.
Oh.
After my day today. I wish my dad would have told me,
today,
Andy.
Today, shit, you day drank with fucking Dave at Double Bull. I don't know. Today didn't seem like a bad day, sir.
Oh, I left the doctor to go day drink with Dave.
Oh, okay. Two more topics. We'll get there.
Yes.
I know you're very excited.
Yes. So yes, Elliot is an icon who built a huge business, but I don't think he's going to stay away for very long. He's going to keep on showing up like a problem.
Yeah.
Bernie and Phil's kids are now taking over too. All these fucking second generation people.
Are they taking
annoying?
Over?
Well, the Bernie and Phil are gone off the commercials.
I assumed their fucking stores got sold. That one I definitely assumed got sold.
No. They have.
But again, I've been out of town for 5-6 years now.
The kids are on the commercials and they're annoying as fuck.
Yeah, fantastic.
I can't stand. Listen, I like people who are the host of something and then they go away.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give you an example.
Sure.
I really enjoy Guy Fieri and Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives.
Right.
When his fucking kid Hunter is on the show, I want to fucking kill myself. I want to fucking stab my eyes out. That forced nepotism.
Right.
Ryder, the younger one, just crushes pussy. I follow the kid on Instagram.
How young?
Like 19.
Okay.
Just slaying gash.
Yeah.
New girl once a week. I can respect that.
Yep.
Good looking kid. And you get Hunter. Fucking big, lanky, stupid looking. Terrible on TV. Get the fuck out of my fucking. Get the fuck off my screen, you fucking nerd. Go away.
I mean, shit. When your dad signs an $80 million contract to be a fucking food host on Food Network, yeah, you might want to ride that coattail a little bit.
He's worse than fucking Charlie Moore's kid. That big tooth fucking goon.
That's pretty bad, actually.
I'm sick of all these fucking people. You know, more nepotism. Billy Costa's son.
Yeah.
Opened up a company, started a company called Card Vault, which is basically sports trading cards, but like high-end stuff.
Baseball card shop?
Yep. Yeah, sounds stupid.
Those are
I
still
agree.
a thing?
Oh, it's huge right now.
Really?
Huge. It's huge. Here's the thing.
I thought those went away with video stores.
When I saw it last year at Gillette, it was Card Vault, and didn't say his name, but Chris Costa runs it.
Sure. Now
his business partner is Tom fucking Brady.
Wow.
And it's Card Vault by Tom Brady.
Wasn't he your buddy for a second?
Fuck? Yes. How the fuck did Chris Costa get Tom fucking Brady to invest in baseball cards?
Baseball cards, huh? Jesus Christ.
Good what am I doing?
What am I doing? I don't know. Not trading baseball cards, apparently.
What am I fucking doing?
Jesus, who the fuck knew?
Anyways, I don't know. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
It's painful.
Well, let's see. That's still up there. Let's do some ads. Do Gary.
Okay. I'll do Gary.
Do Gary. I'll be right back.
The Gary Girolamo Group of Cross Country Mortgage at Buy and Refi on Instagram. It's here. We are now in the season, middle of fucking April. Spring is springing. Houses are starting to come up for sale. The grass is budding out of the fucking lawns. Leaves are filling in the yards. Here's the thing. You want to buy a house. We all do. Everyone wants a house. They want to plant the foundation and have a place to grow their family. And houses aren't getting cheaper, despite what our economy is doing right now. Houses aren't getting cheaper. Land's not getting built. We have all the land. You got to call Gary and get your rate quote. Get your pre-approval and walk into that open house with your fucking giant hog hanging out saying, I can afford this fucking house. Because not everyone at that open house can afford the fucking house. What they're going to do is they're going to walk in and be like, meh, I want to fucking, I want you to look at this house. I want to look at this house. And I want to no. You walk in and say, no, I can afford this fucking place. Ain't no bitch. That's why you get Gary. Get your rate quote at Buy and Refi on Instagram. buyandrefywithgary.com. Just finished Gary Mike. Punch in for Ben Franklin Print Company.
Ben Franklin Print Company, 177 North Main Street in Middleton. BenFranklinPrintCo.com is the website. You can get a quote from Joe right there on the homepage of the website. It actually says get a quote. Click on that button there. Of course, their Instagram at BenFranklin_PrintCo. And if you mention F Buddies, you get 10% off your next order. They will wrap or print whatever the hell you want. Joe will do it, and he'll do it at the highest quality. It's actually something when I was taking a piss, I was like, I actually want to talk to Joe about something here. I got this shirt here, right? And because he always talks about how his prints don't crack, right? Yeah. But then there's shirts that are labeled vintage that come pre-cracked, and I'm like, is that just these people taking a cheap way out? That I'm curious about. I would like to hear Joe's opinion. If the vintage style, which is already pre-cracked, is just a cheap way to print shirts, without like. You know what I mean? Because if it comes clean and then it cracks, it cracks on the first fucking wash, you're pissed off. If it comes pre-cracked because it's vintage, curiosity.
I believe pre-crack is cocaine.
Very good, sir.
Yes,
very good. But yeah, Ben Franklin Print Company, 177 North Main Street, Middleton. BenFranklinPrintCo.com is the website, and at @BenFranklin_PrintCo is the gram. Twisted Fate Brewing in Danvers, 120 Andover Street. That's Route 114 in Danvers. What are you drinking there?
Oh, this is a new beer called Do Big Things, a Big Guy.
Ooh, sounds sexy.
It's a double IPA.
Of course it is.
I should not have had 4 of these. That's my own fault, though.
Already?
Yeah. I was drinking earlier, too. This is 7.1% alcohol by volume. So I guess a single IPA.
Outstanding.
So this big guy on the can, Dave used to coach wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that man's got a Scott Steiner fucking headband on. So I think it's got something to do with wrestling.
Wrestling.
And
what kind of beer is it again?
That's an IPA of some kind.
IPA. You can go to twistedfatebrewing.com, click on Find Our Beer, find out what liquor stores are selling Twisted Fate and what bars are pouring Twisted Fate. You can also go to their Instagram for their tap room hours at Twisted Fate Brewing. And coming up next week, or later this week into next week, their 3rd anniversary.
And they're going to have pastelitos from
they are on
School
Sunday.
Street Food. Yeah, School Street Foods.
Sunday, they're doing pastelitos at 1. Brendan Ahern is doing the music starting at 2. And then Monday, April 14th, they are officially 3 years old. They also have stuff on Saturday. Hostile Takeover. I'm guessing it's a taco.
Ooh, a takeover. I will be there Sunday.
Okay. For School Street and Brendan, of course.
I'm not going to Maine this weekend. I'll be there Sunday.
All right.
My daughter turns 18 on Saturday, so that's offensive.
And on how old?
18.
Oh, okay. And on Friday, they're doing trivia at 7. Thursday night, they have a new beer release that isn't listed on this post here.
It's probably this one, actually. This is brand new.
Is it?
Do Big Things, Big Guy.
That'll probably be it then.
I'm a big guy.
Big guy.
Remember that from Mystery Alaska? Are you a big guy?
Big guy.
Yeah, Johnny, I'm a big guy.
Anthony's Roast Beef and Pizza, 1921 Main Street in Tewksbury. Anthony'sTewksbury.com is the website. You can order online. You can pick up gift cards, join their loyalty rewards, and, of course, hit up their Instagram, ARB Tewksbury. They seemed like they were having some of the most fun with Beef Madness.
Yeah, Adam knew his place and knew when he was getting eliminated. So he took hard shots at Bella's tongue-in-cheek.
Yeah.
Which I really enjoyed.
That
he also didn't realize that Andover and North Andover are different places.
Yeah. People tend to forget that. I'm looking at the last one, with the AI photo of the old man with the fucking cigar and the clear Arby's roast beef sandwich there.
Yeah.
Well, that went swimmingly. Great.
No, he knows. He knew he wasn't getting past Bella's.
Right.
And he asked me, how do I get past Bella's? I said, I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
No, and very few have figured this out.
Win.
Yeah. I don't know. Give them for free. Listen, Bella's is the gold standard at this point. It's hard to beat them.
Yeah, but they were also, again, Anthony's was one of those shops that they pushed it every round. They were pushing it. They were celebrating. They get it. They get that engagement thing. It's like, this is good for them. This is good for the group. This is good for Beefs. And they do it. But they also, motherfucker writes novels in his post.
Oh, he's a real wordsmith.
Fucking poems in here.
Except for the fact that he can't spell most words. There's no geography, but he tries. Effort's there. Adam's great. Effort's there.
Yeah.
He should send them my way, and I can proofread them for him.
Or just, your phone puts little red lines under misspelled words.
It doesn't matter for him. He just goes. He's a goer.
Fucking goes.
He's like me in that Market Basket group I'm in that I just say I don't work there anymore. Over and over again, and I spell work wrong every time. But that's for funsies, where Adam's he's being for seriouses.
For seriouses.
Yes, both of them.
What was the one? Oh, it was on one of the posts promoting Madison at the Cabaret, and I started spelling words wrong, and then you started diving in, and I started deliberately spelling words wrong. Like the first couple, I definitely fucked up and just didn't autocorrect it. But then it was like, okay, this is fun, and comments mean interaction. Let's keep going.
That's the thing. So this Market Basket group that I got invited to by Tyler, it's very serious.
Another one?
Yeah, a different one. It's called Market Basket Finds. Ugh. And they take it very serious, and I don't. And I asked if they sell Jane's River at Market Basket. Mm-hmm. Jane's, not James.
Jane's.
And I in all caps and misspelled a few things. And I was called an idiot by a lot of people, but other people white knighted for me, which I appreciated, because I was special.
Here's the funny thing: the white knights are worse.
And then someone said,
"You're the worst person."
What's wrong with you? And I said, brain injury. Injury. And then someone else said, "I can see your post on your main page. You seem to spell words fine there." And then I wrote, "I have help." HALP.
The old detective thought he got your gimmick.
Yeah, he didn't. I have help. Fuck you, idiot.
HALP.
I've been riding this thing for at least a week, and everyone hates me.
That's fucking awesome.
And I get tagged every day, and Tyler, Tashi, and Dan Bob, and Matt West and Fitzy keep tagging me and stuff. I'm like, and I just wrote, I don't work there. WIRK THEIR. I don't work there. And then Tyler made a Photoshop where he named me Employee of the Month, and it was a picture of me shaking hands with Arthur DeMoulis. It wasn't me, obviously. It was this big fucking dumb animal with my face.
Yep.
And people, one woman said, "There are no Employees of the Month. We don't do that." I said, "Maybe they would if you were better," all caps. And she got real mad at me.
Oh my God.
She worked there for 10 years, and I shouldn't talk to her that way.
How dare you, Andy?
I'm Employee of the Month. Don't talk to me this way. All caps.
Just doubling down.
Oh, yeah. Never end. And then she blocked me. Because I have help.
That's fun. That's fun.
No, it's so much fun.
That's fun. Moving right along.
Where are we?
We got Auntie Peg.
Oh, shit. Okay, Auntie Peg. This is more of... I should have sent you the flyer, but it wasn't ready yet.
Sure.
So Auntie Peg, my Aunt Peggy, who has been an active member of the Beef page for 6 years, since day one.
Yeah. Is Auntie with a Y or IE?
IE.
I fucked that one up.
It doesn't matter. It fits. She's my mom's sister, and she's been like the coolest aunt my entire life.
Has she ever been to the golf tournament?
No.
Okay.
No.
I was just seeing if I had met her.
No, she wouldn't go to that. She's really short. Mm-hmm. I'm talking 4'9" at her peak.
What does height have to do with going to an Italian club and eating Champions steak tips?
She can't fit.
Oh.
She does no. It's like a roller coaster. She can't ride.
Oh, on the cart.
Yeah, she's not allowed. But Auntie Peg was 4'9" at her peak, and now she's like 4'6". Shrinkage exists.
Sure.
Weighs like 58 pounds, and she's dying. She's literally going to die soon.
Right.
But this fucking legend has chosen to have a party to rate. She's not well off by any means, and she wants to raise money so she can go on one last vacation to the White Mountains and stay in a nice hotel. And cool, I'm in. I'm already in. But the party is coming up in May where she wants to get roasted.
So she wants a roast and a party to raise money for her. That's fucking awesome.
It's basically I wasn't part of the.
That's fucking awesome.
I wasn't part of the planning of this party. I was invited to it, but the person planning it, her best friend, has a lot of trouble with planning a party for her best friend's death.
Right.
Which obviously I understand.
As you do, yeah.
Of course. But I said to her, it's not for her death. It's a celebration of her life.
Right.
And she wants to be there for it. She's a very vivacious, happy, very social person. She wants to be appreciated because she's fucking awesome. And I'm not just saying that. Like some of my aunts stink. Auntie Peg is a fucking legend and a funny lady who she gets. So Auntie Peg wasn't given the best genetic cards.
Sure.
And she's very funny with the way she talks to men, and she sexualizes them.
Okay.
And anytime someone does a beef review that's a little sexual or makes a joke, Auntie Peg's in the comments. I'd do that. I'd do you. She goes. She's a goer. Sure. And it's funny where she's the youngest of my mother's sisters, and some people mistake what she is as being not as smart as a lot of people.
Okay.
But I, who's the judger of all things,
right?
If you're funny, you're not funny by accident. If you're funny, you're pretty fucking smart. Because being funny is not easy.
No.
Being clever is not the easiest thing. You have to catch things and get things. So Auntie Peg is hilarious, and she's chosen to have a party for herself before she dies where she can get roasted. And I'm now in charge of it. And I'm going to roast the fuck out of my midget aunt.
So what's the plan? Like,
it's May 2nd at the VFW in Peabody. They rented the upstairs. It's like a bring a dish, $25 a person donation. There's raffles.
Cash bar or bring your booze?
Cash bar. It's the VFW. It's gonna be fucking.
Who's the roasters besides yourself?
Whoever wants to do it.
So it just might end up being you.
Listen, if it's me, it's gonna be good because they're gonna say the wrong jokes. I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have a tight 10.
Sure.
I mean, listen, she's 4'6".
You got at least fucking 6 minutes out of that one.
I can do 4'6" jokes for the rest of my life. And her son Bobby, my cousin's a little different. I can bury him for a little while too. I can absolutely abuse my cousin Bobby. He'll laugh his ass off. He one time he called me his cousin, threw a T on there for no reason. And you know that hasn't ended yet. And that's been 10 years. My whole family still talks about our cousin.
Our cousin.
He's also a big fan of telling me he loves me. And he worked at BJ's for a while, and across the fucking parking lot, hey, cousin Andy, I love you.
Is he doing it on purpose?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It's just
he just thinks it's T at the end of cousin.
That's my family. He's learned now. He has the single worst tattoo in the history of tattoos. Mm-hmm. It's himself holding his baby.
What?
On his own shoulder. And it looks like it was drawn by a child.
Did he draw it?
Probably. Yeah. A lot of meat on that bone.
No.
We can listen. My mother's side of the family is, I don't know. I assume we're inbred of some kind. There's no way we all came out this fucked up, looking and acting.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. We've got people who belong in homes. We got a half hand.
Look, Ancestry and me is fucking all fucked up now. They're giving everybody's DNA away. So I just gotta ask, which one of you fucked a cousin?
Listen, my family trees a wreath. If you want to talk about it, oh my God. I guess I think so. It must be because there's no way we aren't cousins.
That's very
there's no
good,
way
sir.
we aren't all. I didn't make that up. That's a stolen joke. But anyways, it doesn't matter.
So
Auntie Peg, May 2nd, VFW. I want to put the flyer out tomorrow. All are welcome. $25 donation. Auntie Peg just wants to go on vacation. That's literally what this is for.
That's kind of awesome, though. Like, when you think about it from that point of view, it's like, you're on your way out.
Mm-hmm.
And why not? Like, it's one of those things, like, nobody gets to attend their own funeral. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like, why not? Why not do something like that and raise some money and go on a fucking trip? Why the fuck?
It's all.
Again, when you know the days are counting by and you have an end date, why the fuck not? Good for her.
And her best friend's like, I can't do it. I'm like, yeah, I can.
I got this.
Don't worry. I listen, I love Auntie Peg as much as anybody, but I know Auntie Peg.
Right.
And she deserves this, and honoring her is the most important thing we can do while she's alive, because Auntie Peg needs her flowers.
Sure.
She hasn't always got her flowers her whole life. And I don't think she knows how much people love her. So I think this is a chance for everybody to be like, listen, no, Auntie Peg, you're the fucking balls. Like random people who don't know her, just from her beef group comments, like, Auntie Peg's the best. I'm like, yeah, no fucking shit.
That's really cool.
She's hilarious. So yeah, May 2nd, we're going to do a party for Auntie Peg.
Awesome.
While we're at it, let's talk about someone else that is dead now and, not going to be dead.
Is in the beef group comments.
Fucking just who?
Chris Minor.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd been like now. I'm like, fuck, he's alive. So sad to hear of the passing of Chris Minor, who was one of the most relentless pieces of shit in the comments ever.
Mm-hmm.
The man has been spoken to many times about saying certain things and aggressive things.
Yeah.
But I always enjoyed his commentary.
I think my favorite was he posted the picture of the sponsored hole from the golf tournament. And I forget, it said Chris Minor, a couple words describing him, and then the very bottom, asshole.
Yep.
Fucking and he sponsored it.
Oh yeah, he called it was something hero asshole.
Something like that.
It was, I think, fighter hero asshole.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Because he was deep in the shit in Iraq.
Sure.
And then came home, became a firefighter, but also a grade A fucking asshole. He went every comment. It was aggressive. I'm not going to go deep into it because he said things his family wouldn't want repeating. But one of my favorite things, we have a poster on the beef page named Digger Di Gregorio. He's a common poster, does reviews all the time. And every time he'd post something, Chris Minor would be the first to comment, Digger, please.
Jesus. That's really good.
And I said, Chris, listen, I get what you're doing here, but Jesus.
I like it. I fucking like it.
It was funny the first 30 times, but like every time. Digger, please.
Based on that, was he he was an old school poster, a commenter?
Yeah, he was before
the
Zuckings.
Yeah. So when the beef group was basically the Wild West.
Yeah, he was
when you were losing groups, literally.
Remember remember Ashley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Took a second, but yes.
Yeah, Chris would say the meanest things, which I enjoyed because I didn't really like her very much.
Nobody did.
But he was top 5 mean commenter about her appearance, loose skin, old balls, those things. He was number 1. He remember the first golf tournament we did. He's like, "Can I volunteer?" Oh, second one.
Yeah.
Can I volunteer? I go, I mean, you can show up and hang out. I don't know what you're gonna do.
Right.
So we went to that hole that you guys were at last year, 16.
Right.
And Helen McGrath and my wife and Catherine and Findell.
Sure.
And he had bought gluten-free beer by accident.
Okay.
And I assume by accident, unless he really stalked my life. And there was a person at that hole who couldn't have gluten.
Right.
And she really appreciated being allowed to have beer that day. So in my wife's eyes, Chris Minor is a fucking legend. In my eyes, he's a lot of things.
Right.
But again, he passed away, and we'll never speak ill of the dead.
Sure.
He's young too. He's 43 years old.
Yeah.
43, and that's terrible. Again, rest in peace though, because it sucks losing people, and I'm a members whore.
Yeah.
And that's one. That's one
Facebook
less.
didn't leave.
I hope not. I can't lose members.
I mean, unless the family deletes the Facebook.
Actually, I'm +2 right now because I found out from his friend, and his brother and his girlfriend joined the page to say thank you. So I think I'm +1 or +2.
There you go.
So could be worse.
That's turning a negative into a positive.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, Chris, for giving me 2 extra members.
Two more
hopefully you stay. That'd be nice if you stayed. I don't want you to leave. I was gonna go to his wake, but it's in fucking Dorchester, and I don't. If it was down the street, 100% be there.
Right.
But Dorchester's not close.
No. Not with your truck.
No, I couldn't even park there.
We discussed the wedding last week.
I'd probably kill 3 people. It would be a fucking a negative.
Christ, there was a video I saw. I don't know if it's gone past your algorithm, but it was of a truck similar to yours, and it was a road rage incident where the guy who was trying to get past this truck is screaming at him out the window. The truck driver is screaming back at him, and the driver of the truck is trying to parallel park in Boston, and there was a fucking boat's worth of space. This guy was it
a U-Haul?
Fucking idiot. No, it was literally a white pickup truck. Looked just like.
Oh no, it wasn't a white U-Haul though, like a white pickup U-Haul. Because I saw a video of the white U-Haul.
No,
okay.
it was a white pickup truck, and there was a red car, like a fucking little Honda Toyota, whatever the fuck, screaming at him. And I'm like, there is so much. Like I've seen Andy get in spaces smaller than this shit.
Yeah, ask your mom.
Fuck.
Thank you, by the way. That's a good setup.
There you go.
I appreciate that. Yeah, always ready. Yeah, I've been in the smallest spaces. Ask Mike's mom. Mm-hmm. Her vagina.
There you go.
Yeah, it's still pretty tight.
I don't know. I came out at 2 feet tall. That thing's ruined.
Nah, no, trust me. Them got the elasticity. They tighten up nice.
The elasticity. All right.
How many kids she have? 0.
So you've been talking about it all fucking night. You're getting a new knee.
I'm not on purpose.
You're getting a new knee there, Fatso.
I went to the doctor today because I've been having knee issues.
You went to the doctor because you were called Peter Griffin last night multiple times.
I went to the doctor last week before I was called Peter Griffin, and I was referred to
griffining
in orthopedist today.
Oh Jesus! So what happened? What happened a week ago?
My knee swelled up like a fucking balloon for no reason.
Have we figured out why?
That's what we're doing. We're trying to go through the process. And so I'm in the doctor's office today.
It's literally like the fucking retard in Multiplicity. All right, Steve, that leg's gonna come off.
That's me. So he's going over my chart and he goes, all right, I see here you broke your leg in 2016 and tore your meniscus. I said, I tore my what?
You tore your who?
My meniscus.
Meniscus.
And I said, what do you mean I tore my meniscus? Because well, it says here in your chart you broke your leg and your tibial plateau and tore your meniscus. I said, "Oh no, I know about the tibial plateau.
Okay,
I broke that. I was out of commission for months.
That was the Fenway Park incident.
Yes, but what about this meniscus?" He goes, "Oh, same incident." I go, "No one's ever told me I tore a fucking ligament that day."
Oh my god! You could have gotten 2 houses in Maine.
Yes, exactly. So apparently when I broke my fucking leg, I
could have got a bigger boat, you motherfuckers.
I could be on the fucking water. So when I broke my leg, they put screws in my knee, sure. And it had delayed the osteoarthritis I now have.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, all right, doc, osteoarthritis. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, well, I go, all right, so I have osteoarthritis, my knee's fucked up. What do I do? He goes, what do you do for a living? I said, well, I climb ladders. I do construction, and I wear a tool belt, so that's not helpful. He goes, can you step into a more supervisory role? I said, I own the company, but no, I can't do that because I have to install these things to make money. He goes, all right, well, can you lose weight? I said, no, I tried.
No, I like
weight.
Beer and McDonald's.
and I go, well, so what's the long-term plan here, sir?
What's option E?
He goes, well, you know how brake pads wear down. So yeah, I'm a big automotive guy. I understand brake pads. He's like,
I don't know if you've seen the show Tires with Shane Gillis, but that's basically based on my life.
That's your knee. That's the cartilage in your knee.
Yeah.
So, okay. He goes, it doesn't grow back.
Ew.
Okay. He goes, yeah. So in your future, I'm 46 years old. In my future is knee replacement.
Jesus.
And it's coming faster than I want to talk about.
Jesus.
We're already on the track.
Right.
It's coming soon. Like, this pain's not going to stop until I get a fucking new knee.
Is your knee still swollen?
It went down mostly. It's down to like only a little bit.
I was going to say, can they, suck some fluid out of that, or whatever the fuck is causing it?
No, it's brake pads, man.
No, but like the swelling.
Oh, the swelling is caused by the friction of the lack of cartilage.
Ugh.
It flares up, and they can take it out. But it's going to
and that's
again.
because you work on ladders, right?
That's because I broke my leg at Fenway Park. But yeah, the friction.
So can you like retroactively resue?
No, I had to sign something. Then I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. So
yeah,
no more
about the meniscus.
I think they did though.
See, I bet you could get some lawyer to fucking.
Here's something funny though. So after I broke the leg and I had the surgery and they put the screws in, they're like, "Let's do an MRI."
Yeah.
And I said, "Okay, we'll do an MRI." I'm all hopped up on drugs.
Sure.
And I lay down on the MRI machine. It pushes me into the little thing, little tunnel, and then the MRI comes out and it's all black, like you can't see anything. And the lady says, "Did you fail to mention you have screws in your knee?" I said, "Well, shouldn't my chart say that?"
Jesus.
I didn't realize I was in charge of my fucking information.
Right.
Yeah. You cannot have an MRI done if you have fucking stainless steel screws in your knee.
Yeah.
It fucks the whole image up. So yeah, that's why I didn't know about my torn fucking meniscus.
So that there was no other way around finding that out.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, okay, so MRI is out because the screws suck. Like X-ray?
No, X-ray will not tell you. They did it by.
I'm not a doctor.
They did it by testing, like just testing movement and stuff and where it hurt. And the meniscus is
so
above the
they should have
tibial
done the
plateau.
MRI before putting the screws in. Is what they should have done.
Yeah. They didn't do a great job, but also, now I got.
Well, that would have meant more money for the old the Henry company.
Torn meniscus and a new fucking knee. The way he said it, so fucking blasé too. Oh, a new knee. Oh, really? A new fucking knee?
Wow.
You spoiled me, sir.
I fucking can't wait. I love getting new stuff.
And then I go, so was this comedy? He goes, yeah, when you fracture a tibial plateau, you actually the next step. Huh?
For the dummies, what's a tibia plateau?
So the tibia is your shin bone, and the plateau is the cup that holds the knee cap.
God, that's terrible, dude.
It's the very top of your shin that holds your knee cap.
What did you do again? You slipped on piss?
Yeah, water, piss, things of that nature. Here's the best part, though.
You were sucking some guy off and slipped on piss?
I was not on my knees. So here's the best part.
You ended up there, fella.
I actually kept it upright. That's the problem. I stopped myself from falling.
Oh, fuck.
The planting of the left foot to stop the fall is what ruined my knee.
Oh, okay.
You
were in steps, right?
No, I was in the bathroom.
Oh, you were in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was after you left the bathroom.
No, I left the bathroom. No, I never fell. I slipped. I stopped myself, and I almost went down.
You never went down on a broken whatever the fuck tibia?
Oh, I got back in the beer line.
You broke your trombone and fucking went to the beer line.
I went to the beer line and tried to keep it upright, and then I realized this ain't happening. Every step got a little worse and worse and worse and worse, and the fracture kept building.
I ain't gonna be no bitch.
So the doctor's like, yeah, this is actually common if you break your tibial plateau, the osteoarthritis and knee replacement. It's kind of like the next step. I said,
right.
Oh, so what about the other leg?
Mm-hmm. Fair. Good question.
Something wrong with that leg? I said, I broke my tibial plateau in that leg when I was 21.
Doing what?
Leapfrogging parking meters outside of Roosevelt.
What's wrong with you?
So
you broke both your legs
separately.
Jesus Christ!
But the tibial plateau
you might as well chop those fuckers off and become a new little tink tink.
So breaking the tibial plateau is not normal. It's like weird.
Yeah.
So he goes, wait, you broke both? I said, yeah. When I was 21, I fractured the other one. He goes, I've never heard of anyone breaking 2 in my entire life. Almost nobody's broken 1. I said, yeah, I broke 2. And he asked me, he goes,
The same exact thing. The shin and the fucking kneecap. You busted both of them.
So the first one, though, was the outside. So there's an inner and outer, and the outer is actually way less severe.
Okay.
I was at Roosevelt's in Salem, and so now it's some Mexican bar.
Right.
And this is pre-cell phone. Everyone had one days. This is like flip phone days.
Yeah, it's like what, 2000?
2000, yeah. And I had invited the entire bar to come back to my parents' house on Lynn Street in Peabody.
You were working, it was post-work?
I wasn't working. Okay. I was hammered. I was doing karaoke.
Fair fucks.
And I, on stage, let's go back to Lynn Street in Peabody.
That boy.
And
did you get your tibia plateau sucked at least that night?
I got a handy.
Yeah, boy.
But there was no way to stop the train. So I broke my leg 5 minutes later and then got in the car and drove home and sat in the floor.
So dumb.
Sat in the floor while the whole fucking bar showed up. I was weekend at Bernie's, like, I'm fucking ruined. And the next morning I went to the doctor, and of course they're like, why did you come last night? I'm like, I had a party.
I was at a party. I don't know.
I got a hand job from a skank. Yeah. Some fucking toothless skank gave me a hand job. I had some fun.
I was working in Angos post karaoke. I mean, you get it, right? You got handy before. Oh, nice old fashioned.
So they put me in an immobilizer, and they said, you need to wear this for at least 2 weeks. I said,
they didn't reset it, pin it, fucking put more screws in it.
No, it was over. And I go,
didn't have insurance, did you?
I did. I'm going to Montreal tomorrow. Now what?
Oh my God.
And the doctor's like, what do you mean? I go, I'm going to Montreal tomorrow morning. I'm driving there, friends.
Fucking good time. I love those times.
Going to Clada. Going to go to Super Sex. Have a good time.
Back when our dollar was worth 2 of theirs.
Yeah, that's right. And he
said,
you can't go. I said, well, no, I'm going to go. So
I'm going.
What do I do?
That's happening.
He goes, do you want crutches? I said, crutches not going to work, sir.
Ain't no bitch.
So I grabbed my grandfather's cane.
Although, it probably would have worked with the ladies.
Oh, no, the cane was better.
Oh.
I brought a fucking Big Daddy fucking pimp cane, and I strutted. No mobilizer. Yeah, so I've broken both tibial plateaus. About to need 2 knees.
Jesus Christ, sir.
I tell my doctors things, and they go, wait, what?
So when you say about to need 2 knees, what are we talking time-wise?
Left one's probably within a year.
Uh-huh.
Right one, I probably got 5 or 6.
All right, so you got at least a year before you need to make some real money to get off the fucking ladder.
Yeah,
I would say a good fucking goal would be 6 to 7 months.
Change your career. I can't. Yeah, you can. I will.
So it wasn't on the docket. Let me see if I still have the fucking thing here. Nope, that's not it. That's
on the docket today. Just my own sins.
So speaking of you changing your career and making other paths, do we have any updates on Not Fergfest?
We have food trucks booked.
Okay.
We have bands booked.
Okay.
We have a name.
We do.
I've decided on a name.
Go on.
Summer Jam.
Okay.
Do better, please.
1994 MTV.
Do better, please. We can actually go with an MTV theme, actually.
Oh, okay. Continue. Keep going.
Yes, we're gonna do that.
I'm gonna shit on you no matter what you say.
With that fucking big lettering. Listen, I have
MTV Summer Jam 25.
I'm gonna get Eric Nees to show up. Maybe fucking Pauly Shore.
Get Daisy Fuentes and I'm there.
She doesn't look good anymore.
Fuck it. What's the other one?
They're all 60.
Fuck.
Your mom could be Daisy Fuentes for all we know.
That's really good, actually.
No kidding.
All right. So Summer Jam. We have to update all of this.
Here's the thing. I'm trying to lock down.
Are at least the 2 fucking food trucks that we got from the previous conversation about a month ago.
Riverview and Big Pig? Yeah, okay. They're fine. They're in. Beefy Boys is in, but there's some stipulations behind there.
In this?
In this.
What's the stipulations? or can you talk about it?
Well, I can talk about it. They require a lot of people. They need guarantees, what I can't make. But I'm going to lower the ticket price to fucking almost nothing. It's going to be a cover charge, not a ticket price.
All right.
Just to cover the bands, and I just want to have a fucking party and get 1,000 people there.
Okay, and it's still at True North.
Yeah, True North.
Is it still the same day? The same for that first Saturday in June?
As of right now.
So what's that? The 4th, I think.
I thought it was 10th.
The first Saturday in June.
It's a Sunday.
Oh, you're doing it on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, I want to say it was the 10th.
Let's see. So Sundays in June
Yeah.
are 1, 8, 15, 22, and 29.
8.
Okay, so yeah, so basically the first weekend.
Yeah. And I'm so on the fence about this fucking party. I want to do it, but it's such hard work to get it going. And
well, again, this is only the second time we've mentioned it, and we don't even have a fucking anything.
Like, I can have that party up and running in 10 seconds.
All right.
It's not about
it's about wanting to do it.
It's about do I do it? I have to have a meeting with True North too, because last year was a shit show when it came to logistics about who's there for the party, who's not. And my wife was out there charging me for tickets who were buying 4-packs. They didn't know any better.
Yeah,
I need a private event.
Didn't they shut down?
No, that's it has to be a private fucking event.
Yeah, I thought they shut down for the event.
Nope, it's got to be a cover charge that goes to me, not a ticket, a cover. That's important.
Okay,
a ticket makes you feel like getting something. A cover is just paying for the bands.
Yep,
and that's all I want.
Okay,
if I can get 500 people to pay $10 each,
okay,
everything's covered and I make a little money.
And you get Beefy Boys.
Yes.
Do we have another one?
Yes, we do. It's the ice cream truck. Ice cream. What the fuck's it called? My buddy works there.
No fucking idea. Is it the ice cream? Is it the cookie thing?
Yeah, Cookie Monster. Thank you.
Okay.
Cookie Monster. Yeah. We have Cookie Monster as the fourth truck, and the Beefy Boys aren't pleased with having 4 trucks. It's just what their apprehension is, because they need guarantees. But you know what?
So besides Brendan and the Converse outlet, you said you have bands plural.
Big Old Dirty Bucket.
What the? Who are they?
It's a funk band.
Oh, that's right. We did have this conversation.
And I want one more band. I want
George Clinton and Parliament Funkadelic. Everyone gets laid.
I want to have one more band.
How did you not fucking name it that?
I haven't named anything yet. So
come on. June 8th.
I want people to come.
Sunday night at True North. Everyone gets laid. Fuck yeah, dude.
Last year we did this and no one, people showed up, but not enough.
Yeah, but it was named after you.
I know. Everyone Gets Laid is pretty good, though.
Everyone Gets Laid is fucking iconic.
We need to have the Big Little Dirty Bucket rename themselves Everyone Gets Laid.
Or you just name the festival Everyone Gets Laid.
Okay. We
can do that too.
We're not committing right now, though.
Instead of North Shore Beast presents Summer Jam, use North Shore Beast presents Everyone Gets Laid.
A Hawaiian theme. Hawaiian theme party. We're gonna have
a Hawaiian theme party.
Hey, you've been laid. You've been laid.
See, this is it. We're cooking.
Yeah, let us cook.
Oh, that's fucking funny. I'm glad you're still trying to go forward with it as much as you can.
I want to. It's so frustrating to run these things and so much hard work. And I got to sit down with somebody and someone bought some merch. That was nice.
Thank you.
Where are we now?
So let's do some ads.
Oh, I like ads.
Let's see. Let's do some ads. We are at. Let's see. We did Anthony's, so we are at the Cabaret.
Oh, the Cabaret Lounge.
The Cabaret Lounge, world famous Cabaret Lounge, 96 Newbury Street in Peabody. That's Route 1 South in Peabody. 7 days a week. They are open till 1 o'clock in the morning, and you can find them on social media at Cabaret Lounge Peabody. And if you go to their Instagram, it is littered with you and me, which is fucking hilarious.
It's gross with us.
It's hilarious. I didn't even see this one, actually. Oh, no, it's just a picture. I thought it was a reel of us with, what was her name? Cinnamon?
Scarlet or?
Scarlet. That was it.
Okay.
That was it. The white redhead.
Yes, the underage girl.
Yeah, exactly. The underage girl.
The child.
Jesus, Lawrence, calm down. We got an underage girl. What the fuck, man? We are live here, pal. Cabaret Lounge, Route 1 South in Peabody. Continuous live entertainment 7 days a week. The cover charge doesn't start till 7 o'clock in the evening. So, get out of work, hustle your ass on over there, get there before 7. No cover. Not bad.
Not bad.
Not fucking bad. Thank you to Cabaret for jumping back on with the show as well. And of course, we'll probably see them, I'm guessing summer, when I'm up there for 2 weeks in July.
Summer jam. Boner jams.
Fucking boner jams. I guess you a big box of porn, pal.
That's right.
Boner jams 85. Fuck, I'm dying. All right. Thank you to Cabaret Lounge. Jamie's Roast Beef in Peabody, 44 Margin Street in Peabody. Google says they're open 7 days a week. Is that true, Andy?
Yes. 11
to 9 p.m. Their website, jamiesroastbeef.com, where you can sign up for beefy rewards. For every 10 visits, you earn $5 on your beefy rewards. You can also order online. And hey, if you're looking for a fucking job, join the team right there at jamiesroastbeef.com. You can also find them on social media at Jamie's Roast Beef, where they post a plethora of sandwiches, not just their traditional beefs, but all their specialty sandwiches as well. And they talk about their beefy rewards. There was a post and our boys from the what did you eat today, sir? Stop by Jamie's.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he did.
Big Frank.
Mike's hair looks ridiculous.
Yeah, he needs a haircut and a lot of things.
Fucking ridiculous.
He's very authentic.
Sure. But again, another one. They did a great Beef Madness video when it started. How long did they go in the tournament?
Jamie's lost in the third round.
Okay, not bad.
Oh, they did fine.
Respectable.
Yeah.
Respectable. Thank you to Jamie's for sponsoring the program. Tostimo's Pizza Kitchen in Seabrook, New Hampshire. They are located at 380 Lafayette Road in Seabrook, New Hampshire. Again, according to Google, open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. You can find their website, tostimospizza.com. Let's see. They are doing... They
got that new beef with the clam strips on it.
They do, actually. Do you know about that?
I do.
Tell me about it.
It's a roast beef sandwich with clam strips on it.
As generic as fucking possible, aren't you?
Well, it's fucking got clam strips on it. It's a fucking three-way with clam strips.
Did they change the sauce or anything, or is it just a three-way with clam strips?
It's a three-way with fucking clam strips and tattered on the side.
Settle down. Put the gun away.
Settle down yourself, you fucking cunt.
Put the gun away.
I'll put you in your mouth. You'd love it.
What's on your hat? Is that beaver fucking hat?
This is my raccoon hat.
Raccoon hat.
PBR. What a legend he is.
Their specialty pizza of the month at Tostimo's is the Drew BQ honey barbecue base buffalo
named
chicken.
After me.
Oh, is this yours?
No.
Oh, fuck you, because you do this shit.
I do.
You do this shit, so it's not out of the realm of possibility.
No, I have a sandwich on the menu at School Street.
I know.
The Grande Gringo.
Uh-huh.
That's mine.
Oh, they're doing wonderful things too. But it's a honey barbecue base, buffalo chicken fingers, bacon, pineapple, green peppers, buttermilk ranch drizzle. The Drew BQ is the pizza of the month. They're also doing Slice Out Hunger pizza relief for the LA wildfire. So they're happy to team up with Slice Out Hunger and their movement to support relief efforts and the victims of the LA wildfires. Stop by the shop and order the LA Wildfire Special Pepperoni, Hot Honey, and Ricotta, and they'll send 15% of the proceeds to the pizza relief efforts in LA. Also on the gram, Tostimo's Pizza.
To answer Bill from CNS's question, yes, a surf and turf beef, sir.
Go on.
Well, the clam strip beef is a surf and turf. It's funny is not to.
Well, we were just about to get the CNS pizza.
Not to crap on Johnny Moe and the boys, but
Right.
I did back in the day do a whole belly clam beef
Did you?
with Totter and James River from Steph's old place in New Hampshire.
Oh, was it Clam Box?
Clam Shack.
Clam Shack. Yeah.
Yeah, I went full fucking clam on that thing.
That'd be fucking good though. And I did see your
so
comment. I mean, you gotta go whole belly. Come on.
Oh, always.
This isn't Howard Johnson's.
Listen, I understand what the point though, because clam strips are cheaper.
Sure.
A whole belly beef is fucking $48.
Yeah.
And you're getting the sea taste. I know why they did it. I just,
Right.
I'm a cunt. I'm going to mention it.
You're a cunt. Thank you to CNS Pizza of Pepperell. 55 Main Street in Pepperell, closed on Mondays. Rest of the week, they mix up their hours. They're open at 11 a.m. the rest of the week. Let's see, Tuesday through Thursday, they close at 8. Friday and Saturday, 9. Sunday, they close at 4. mycands.pizza.com is the website. And you can find them on the gram, CANDS_pizza. Another one that was fucking pushing that social media politic in their ass off. And
Final Four.
They got Final Four, man. It's that to me, CNS hitting the Final Four isn't social media politicking at all. And I'm going to say that with all due respect.
All right.
They got 685 followers on Instagram. It's a testament to the sandwich and what they're doing in the shop itself. And the fact that their sandwiches are getting reviewed so much and people are actually making the trip out to Pepperell for their sandwiches, and their sandwiches are ranking damn near a 10 almost every fucking time.
It's a destination sandwich.
100%. But it's also something that people are fucking going to. It's not just like once in a while, like, you know, like down here. Like once every 6 months I post a fucking beef review because I have one fucking shop. It's not that type of destination. It's like, it's a destination that people are going to regularly. It's become a regular spot despite being a destination. So congrats to Bill on his Final Four position, and CNS Pizza in Pepperell. Thank you for sponsoring the program.
Last time I was there, I was waiting for my sandwich, and Bill delivered a sandwich to a guy sitting 2 tables from us. Mm-hmm. And the guy devoured it in about 12 seconds and just yelled out, "I want another one!" Literally. And Bill just said, "You want another one?" He's like, "Yeah." And that was the end of it. And he got his other sandwich. The guy made
fucking fantastic.
One more. Also, Mike Morgan says hi, just so you know.
Hello.
You know Mike Morgan?
I worked with Mike Morgan on the Carson Kennedy show.
That's probably who it is. Bill Geeka says Mike Morgan says hello.
Oh, hi, Mike.
So that's all our sponsors as far as you're concerned.
Yeah, that's all of them.
But there's one more.
There is.
And I sent you a picture earlier this week, and you weren't sure what it was. And
you were very excited about securing this new sponsor for us.
It couldn't make me happier. Mm-hmm. So if you can put the image that I sent you onto the screen.
Oh, we're up.
Oh, and I will read the copy they sent me.
Mm-hmm. Please.
If you listen to podcasts, you might know of a company called Blue Chew.
Mm-hmm.
They sponsor a lot of podcasts, and we're not one of them, and I've tried. But a different company reached out called Juchu. You heard it right, Juchu.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Jewish, it's a kosher Viagra. It's blessed by a rabbi.
That is very important.
John Rabinowitz, the Rabbi John Rabinowitz, has blessed these herbal supplements for your dick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna read the copy. I'm gonna read the copy they sent me.
I do like they call them multivitamins. No, it's a dick pill, pal.
This is the copy they sent me. I'm gonna read it as it's written because I'm not part of the clan.
Sure, part of the tribe, I believe.
Juchu. Is your slong softer than an uncooked bagel? Do you wish your schmuck had more chutzpah? Well, now it can with new Juchu, the only kosher erectile dysfunction pill on the market. With Juchu, you can you can shoot schmaltz out of your schmeckle.
Schmaltz
and
out
really,
of your schmeckle.
And really give you Bubala a great time. Yes, of course, it's a discount code.
Of course there is.
Jews. Visit juchu.com and enter the code FBuddies for 50% off your first order. And don't forget,
It's a hell of a savings.
you don't have to print a Star of David to reap the benefits. Jews and Gentiles alike are welcome to this kosher delight.
So it does work for us non-Jews.
Yes, Gentiles.
Okay.
Juchu.com. Jew it and do it.
Jew it and do it.
So to recap, I mean,
welcome to the show, Jew-Chew.
I don't like just reading stuff, but shooting schmaltz out of your schmeckle.
Schmaltz out of your schmeckle is really
to give you
good.
Bubble a great time is really it's a decent thing.
That's top tier fucking ad reading right there, Andy.
Now I don't know who wrote this, but schlong.
They were on the ball.
An uncooked bagel is your schmuck chutzpah. It's really
schmeckle. I believe it was in there.
Oh, schmeckle, yeah, shooting schmaltz out of your schmeckle.
Schmaltz out of your schmeckle
and give you a Bubble a great time.
Fantastic. Welcome.
If you want to cream pie your fat titted Jewish girlfriend, give Juchu a chance. Because listen, here's the thing.
FJT, fat Jewish tits.
They are a real thing.
They are a real fucking thing, man.
And again, you want to have that dick working for them Jew tits. She's a fucking Jew broad.
A Jew broad.
And I mean, just fucking
what
firing
kind of people
ropes.
Are they, Hendry?
Just firing schmaltz out of his schmeckle makes me happy. Jew it and do it. Juchu.com, our new sponsor. They are going to be here forever. I guarantee it. They'll be on the thing forever. I'll read this for the rest of my life because the Star of David, I'll pray to it.
This is hilarious. I'm wearing a Buddy Christ shirt.
Yes, you are.
This might be our favorite ad. It might have just taken over Vinny Favorito.
I mean, listen.
Vinny's good, but this might have just taken that over.
They're all snipped. I mean, that's the beauty of the Jews.
Sure.
They all get that snip. I mean, I have it too, but not everybody has it.
Right.
Them Jews, they cut that fucking helmet off. They don't need the extra skin.
As we discussed a couple weeks ago with Madison, a lot of her European friends.
Yeah, Europeans. They don't cut it off. They have a schmeckle with extra skin.
They slide the hood back.
Not our Jewish friends though.
And hope there's not a stench.
Yeah. Ugh, gross. The pouch.
Ugh.
Sal the fucking Howard Stern guy in his pouch. Gross.
The Sal the stockbroker?
Yes, his pouch.
Yep.
Smelly. All right. So if again, juchu.com, Jew it and do it. Enter the code FBuddies for half off your first order.
That's fucking amazing.
If the website doesn't work, refresh it until your hand breaks. Yeah. It works eventually, I promise. They're miserly. They don't want to pay for clicks.
No.
It takes it doesn't always work.
Look, if you're going to get half off, it's worth the effort.
That's right. And also, they have small penises, so you're already getting half off.
Oh,
it's almost like 75% off. You get take off half off a hat. What? Jew it and do it. All right, let's go.
Jew and do it. We're up to kind of the week, sir.
I have one.
And again, we've been teasing this. I thought we were going to hit it earlier, but then I remembered, nope, that was the other guy. Similar names. That's the problem.
I have a lot. I actually have a handful of cunts right now.
Oh, please unleash the cunts.
First one. A man on Facebook named Christy Brown, Christy Brown.
A man.
Corvettes are his profile picture.
We're gonna need to slow this way the fuck down based on what you just said. A man voluntarily goes by the name Christy, spelt that way.
I assume it's Christos.
And you wouldn't go by Chris?
Nope, Christy.
All right, girl name. Let's see what he has to say with his Corvettes. His stock photos he got off Getty Images for Corvettes. Or took pictures of other people's cars.
Randomly commented on one of my, what do you call them? Tease posts.
It was a beef post. Yeah.
And he said, these are the two shops that paid you the most. meaning Bella's and Londy's, they pay me the most.
Right.
Fun fact, we have sponsors on this program that are beef shops, and not one of them made the finals.
Nope.
Some came close.
One of them made the Final Four.
Now, full disclosure, Londy's and Bella's have sponsored us in the past. Sure. That was a long time ago. And I said, no, I don't take money from shops, but I do allow sponsors, and those checks have cleared.
Right.
And we talked about earlier, my sponsors are very obvious who sponsors. Mm-hmm. I've even told you the amount tonight. I told you how much they paid. I'm so transparent. I'm like a dude, a chick with a dick who was a kid. I'm transparent.
Chick with a dick who has a kid.
Transparent.
Good job, sir.
There it is. I went there.
There it is. Coming out hot.
So, yeah. So the guy said, "Oh, a new Greg Bates."
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, there's like 3 things you can say to me that will trigger me.
Mm-hmm. That's one of them.
That's a big one because I literally spend every day not being Greg fucking Bates.
Right. I'm going to ask you, Andy.
Yep.
When's the last time you traded gift cards that you extorted from a restaurant for a toilet replacement? When's the last time you did that?
Never.
Okay. When's the last time? Let's roll it back just a little bit on that one. When's the last time you extorted restaurants for gift cards that you would then use personally?
Hold on. Gotta do some. Never.
Oh, how are you on child support?
I have full custody of my child with my wife.
So 0 on that one too. What else?
I've never actually told my wife in the marital discussions that if she's not going to have sex with me,
he's going to get prostitutes. I forgot.
I'm going to pay for prostitutes with the family budget.
I forgot that one. He worked it into his divorce settlement to pay for hookers. God damn, yes.
I've also never referred to the children of a great saint of a person named Gina. Who adopts many children, and I never refer to her kids as N-word babies.
But he actually said it.
Yeah, he did. I would never obviously say those words, but yes, he did say the word that I am not saying.
Right.
Greg Bates is a fucking piece of trash. If you're going to refer to me as somebody, calling me Greg Bates is like literally it's one of the worst things you can call me.
Yeah, he's the gutter. He's the gutter.
He's the lowest of the low, and this guy decided.
Thing. That's hilarious.
So good. And this guy said, "I'm like Greg Bates," and I came back with a little response that I actually literally did what we just did.
Yeah,
it was I didn't do this. I didn't do
that. I didn't do this.
I did have a typo though, and I said I did something which was bad. But I fixed it.
And it's funny because it was the racist one.
Yeah, I did. I changed it very quickly. I messed up one.
Did you fix it?
Yeah,
I cut that right away. I'm like, wait a minute, you did use that word?
What I did say was I said I do those things.
You were good, and it's weird because it was in the middle. It's like, I have never done this. I have never done this. I have.
I am racist.
Used a racial slur against a restaurant owner's children, and then you kept going on. There was like 3 more things. I've never done this. It's like, well, maybe he has.
Because I'm seeing red at that point.
I sent you a screenshot. I'm like, hey, buddy, clean it up.
Well, I did. You and Matt West both did the same thing. They told me, like, oh, fuck. So he came back a little crooked. And in my response, at the end of my first response was, and those cars in your profile picture are really nice. I hope you crash one into a fucking tree.
There you go.
Or drive off a bridge or something of that nature. I hope you crash your car.
You said crash, yeah.
Yeah, and he kept coming back at me. And I kept.
He wasn't like the normal type of fucking cunt troll where he would leave the group and block you.
He believed it.
He thought he was right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he accused me of deleting something off the page, and I can see I'm the Oz.
Right.
I'm all seeing, all powerful. I know what happens.
He claimed you were deleting his comments.
Yeah, and I looked. No one deleted a fucking thing.
Nope.
This fucking little midget coward, just midget, because I saw it. I went back far enough in his profile to find a picture. 5'5".
Yeah,
tops. This little midget fucking
Danny
coward.
Gillis is taller than him.
Yes, way taller by 2 inches at least. this little midget coward is coming at me with aggression and lying. I said, you're a fucking liar and a fucking midget.
Yeah.
Locate a bridge and jump. Oh, that's the character you show. I said, you're a fucking piece of shit liar. And I kept doubling down, doubling down.
Character you show. I'm sorry, sir. Have you been a part of this group for how long?
And I'm getting messages from his friends. This is really aggressive. I said, yeah, no, I don't throw jabs. You come at me, I'm getting a fucking haymaker. I'm going to throw it hard as I can, and I'm going to assault you with my words.
I'm going to keep going. Pure 6 brawl, pal.
And I kept going and kept going for 7 or 8 comments until, Christy left the group. Little baby boy couldn't handle it. Little bitch boy.
And was this hey, Saturday?
Christy, this was Saturday.
This was Saturday, right.
That was one cunt of the week. Christy, you're a cunt.
Also, I'm not girl name. Call yourself Chris.
I'm not done.
Even if your name is Christos. Christos is more of a man's name than fucking Christy.
I'm at my...
Really? Really?
Here are 4 more cunts.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm at my daughter's college.
4? Holy shit.
My daughter's college, like, intake, fucking tour thing, parent weekend, whatever. We went to
basically
college.
Like the opening scene of Road Trip, where Tom Green is touring the parents. Yeah,
literally that.
Yeah,
and then we end up after the.
Did your tour guide make out with Mrs. Ferg?
No, I would have watched that though. She was pretty hot.
Oh shit! It
was a lesbian and very lesbian, but I was in. Okay, we're in the room of the Q&A session.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just sitting there waiting to die.
You're waiting to get the fuck out of there so you can continue drinking.
I'm in an auditorium.
Yeah.
One of these cunt parents. Excuse me, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see your question. So my daughter is in the honors program, and there's honors housing on campus. What's the benefit of honors housing? That's an email. You wanted to tell 100 people your daughter's smart.
So I got all the questions in my DM. Yeah. What are some of the answers?
They had real answers. The answer's not a problem.
What is the benefit of honors housing?
It's quiet.
Fucking nerds.
A bunch of nerds hang out and they're quiet. What's the benefit of honors housing?
Go on.
I have a better one for you.
All right.
Excuse me.
Sure.
Do I have to fill out the FAFSA form, financial aid, if I'm paying in full in cash?
That seems like a no-brainer to me. Like I'm a registered dummy. If you're paying in full, why would you need to fill out financial aid forms?
You wouldn't, but he had to tell us.
That's like buying a fucking car cash paid for and saying, "Do I need to get a loan for this?"
Yeah, but it's saying it out loud in front of 100 people so you can say to everybody, I don't need these fucking aid forms. I can just do it myself. I'm rich.
Sweet flex, bro.
Congrats, cunt. My daughter is a 3-sport athlete in the accelerated pre-law program.
Wow.
Any advice on how to handle that?
Buy a bunch of condoms.
Your daughter does track 3 times. Cross country, indoor. It was indoor and outdoor track, and fuck your sister. Who cares? I don't need to hear what you fuck.
So
I don't
indoor
care.
Track, outdoor track. What was the third?
Cross country.
So literally 3 fucking tracks.
Yeah, all tracks. Yeah, not an athlete.
That is not a 3-sport athlete.
What about this?
You run indoors, you run outdoors, then you run outdoors again.
What about this one, though?
And you jump over stuff. That's not a 3-sport athlete. That's one sport. Go on.
Excuse me. My son received a lot of scholarships, and actually, they exceed the amount of money the school costs.
Okay.
Do I get a refund?
No, Janice, you don't.
I wrote them down and texted them to you while I was there because I had to. These humble bragging fucking douchebags. Humble brag.
My scholarships are more than the tuition. Do I get a refund?
Fun fact: the answer is yes. Actually,
wait, is it really? You get money back? Really?
If the scholarships go straight to the college, apparently Janice is getting some money back. That gash.
I was some vendette. That's not a word. Well, that sucks. That doesn't seem right at all.
I have one last cunt.
All right.
The Jaden Peabody. They held a closing party last weekend, not this previous weekend, the one before.
Yeah, they really went all in on fucking social media. Even I saw it, and I haven't been to the Jaden Peabody since the fucking 90s, maybe.
Where every loser from Peabody, Linfield, anywhere around there went there to have drinks, to the point they were giving the owner money, not buying drinks.
It was like the Peabody Valley High.
Handing him cash. Thanking him. Exactly. On Monday morning, when it was all over, someone went there to grab something, something owned by the state.
Sure.
And they said, no, leave it. Oh, why? We're going to stay open.
Wow.
And they opened that day.
And they're still open today.
They're open right now.
Wow.
I don't know circumstances, but I do know that I know a lot of people who went there for the last hurrah and spent hundreds of dollars.
Right.
To now find out it's not over. They're open again. Nothing changed.
Literally nothing changed. No, they're not changing owners. They're not changing management. The kids aren't taking over for the parents.
No. Someone said the deal fell through, and I don't believe that to be true. What I think it was there was some back taxes.
You don't throw yourself a fucking goodbye party if the deal is like not finalized.
Yeah. I think they owed some money, and they were going to close because of that. And I think someone came in and gave them some money to invest. Another restaurant threw them some paper. But you don't do what you did and then reopen and act like nothing happened. You're a fucking cunt.
Yeah, that's pretty cold.
I'm talking, I know people handed them hundreds of dollars. Thank you for years of giving me drinks.
Right.
Here's a tip. Get you, enjoy your vacation. Enjoy your retirement.
Yep.
Yeah, on Monday we're open again.
That's fucked up.
So many cunts.
That's super fucked up. Wow.
So many cunts.
So many cunts. You had a good run of cunts there, sir.
A lot of cunts, and I'm done.
Yeah, so are we.
Rest in peace, Chris Minor.
Yep. And Val Kilmer.
And juchu.com.
And juchu.com. And when is on Peg's Roast?
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
I'll be posting it soon. It's open to all. I want everyone there.
Of course.
I want the world to come down to Peg's Roast.
That'd be fucking awesome. It almost sounds more important than fucking your 1994 Summer Jam.
Yes, we're pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Thank you to our sponsors this week. Gary Girolamo Group of Cross Country Mortgage, Ben Franklin Print Company of Middleton, Twisted Fate Brewing in Danvers, Anthony's Roast Beef and Pizza in Tewksbury, the world-famous Cabaret Lounge, Route 1 South in Peabody, Jamie's Roast Beef in Peabody, Tostimo's Pizza Kitchen in Seabrook, New Hampshire, and CNS Pizza in Pepperell. Once again, congratulations to Bella's, Harry, Sandra, the whole team over at Bella's on winning Beef Madness this year. Andy, anything else?
Juchu.com.
Juchu.com. Code F Buddies, 50% off.
For your kosher dick pills.
For your kosher dick pills. All right, we'll see you next Tuesday, cunts.